Boom, we're live, guys. Just letting y'all know.
Oh
yeah.
What's up, everybody?
Hey.
Up.
How you guys doing? What's up, Mr. Briggs?
Not too much, man. Pretty good.
Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
You're on this side now.
I am. This is the graduated side here.
Yeah, that was hilarious. He's like, "Oh, I get to sit on this side now." Last time I sat on that side. I'm like, "Well, it was just me and him." I'm like, "We're not gonna sit here and talk like this."
It's like side sitting at a restaurant with your friend.
Oh yeah.
Nah, we're good. We'll eat just like this.
Even if you go with a girl, that's kind of weird.
It is.
Yeah.
Unless you're like have to hold her hand the whole time.
Well, you don't have to, or like, why would you have to?
I don't know. Sometimes I feel like people have to. From what I've seen as a waiter.
Have you ever had to?
No. Look, I despite being Middle Eastern, I use a knife and a fork, so I need both hands to dine. You know what I mean? Or to tear pita bread. Whatever. We eat everything with pita bread.
Do you dip it in that what is that olive oil with like oregano and stuff?
Yeah, za'atar. Oh, dude, do you like za'atar?
That's what that's called?
Yeah. I have some bomb za'atar.
I've tried it at like Argentina and like Brazilian food places.
No, forget that, bro. You got to get it straight from the source, from Lebanon. I get it from Lebanon. I don't do store-bought. I get homegrown, hand-picked, harvested, and everything from Lebanon.
It's oregano, right? With like olive oil?
I think it's oregano, but it's a type of oregano that only grows in the Middle East. Something about the climate there.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I mean, it might not be true, but no, but that's what I've read. That's what I've read. But like, look, dude, I'm not. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know. Yeah, Mr. Kemoy, what's up, man?
Hey, just here, you know.
First time on the Barber Show podcast. Just do me a favor, bro. Keep the mic in front of you.
All right.
There you go. Boom.
Already messing up.
How you doing, man?
First and last.
Hey, come on. We're gonna have to ask you to wait outside
first. What's been up, man?
Just the regular competing, training, just trying to keep active.
Staying busy.
That's what's up. Are you guys fighting? We got the 10 Planet guys on that side of the table. Are you guys planning?
Like
You got no. You got any fights coming up soon, or what's up? Because Kemoy, you're pretty active, right? You're still fighting.
Yeah. The only thing that's on schedule right now, May 1st, I have a super fight jiu-jitsu match for 185 middleweight belt in Houston area, Tomball, Texas.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good card, man. I might we're trying to get me on the card too, but who knows? But we also got Caroline on that card, and she's fighting for the belt. And
nice.
I just noticed Caroline told me Juan's on the card too.
That's cool, man.
It's gonna be a busy day.
Yeah, your school's doing a lot of shit. That's what's up. You got any competitions coming up?
Not that I know of. Yeah, I can't think of anything.
Okay.
I do have. I just booked Eric Paulson though. He's going to be coming here June 12th.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Nice.
Yeah.
Badass, man.
Yeah.
Well, dude, we've got some badass seminars coming up. I might go, dude. I'm thinking about it. I think I can go. Yeah.
Also really cool.
So
You're hosting it?
Craig Jones.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah, I'll go.
Wednesday.
It's this Wednesday. Can I? I know it said not at the door.
No, yes, it is.
Yeah, they're at the door now.
Okay.
Yeah, they had a problem with PayPal because since it's like a physical event, PayPal, like with COVID, they got nervous. So they're not taking payment anymore through PayPal. So we're gonna do everything else at the door.
How much is it?
I think $100.
Yeah, for sure, dude. I'm in. Wednesday, I'll get coverage.
Yeah,
such a baller, bro. He's like, fuck, $100. I got white people money. I'm in.
I got white people money. That's nothing.
You drinking our proper 12.
Yeah, dude. I got proper 12, baby.
Fancy.
Who wants a $100 bill?
Fancy.
Dude, it's worth it, man. Well, we had Andre Galvao at Zen today, right?
Yeah.
I wasn't able to make it, but I love that so many badass dudes are coming to El Paso.
Fuck yeah, man.
Yeah, I feel who was I talking to? I think I was talking to Justin about this I feel our generation is like the first generation for El Paso to like take it to the next level where our students are gonna just like be up there with like the top. Because
man, it's amazing to me that we've never had anybody from El Paso make it to the UFC. Right.
Well, my boyfriend is about to jump onto the UFC.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
badass,
UFC.
man.
He just won his last fight yesterday for LFA.
Sweet,
and it's pretty promising. His next fight might be in the UFC.
Nice, man. Well, he's been kicking ass for a long time.
And he's homegrown from El Paso. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. The one person that I know of that made it to the UFC who left granted, she left El Paso like 10 years ago is Courtney.
Courtney Casey.
Courtney Casey,
She
yep.
fought. I mean, she played soccer for UTEP.
Wait, so
Oh,
she,
really?
She lived in El Paso. Just went to
Yeah.
She trained with us for a little bit too.
Oh,
Yeah.
There was a heavyweight too that came out of El Paso.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. His brother owns a gym over on the east side, like a Lion's Den or something, or owned. I don't know if he still owns it.
Lions Den.
No,
No, Lion's.
I know the gym, but I don't know the person.
Wolf's Den.
You mean Wolves Den?
I think I don't know, man. Yeah.
Oh,
Let
I
me
know
look
who
it
you're
up.
talking about. You're talking about Jordan.
Yes.
yes.
Jeremy Jordan is the
That's it.
brother, but
Yeah.
the Sean Jordan.
Sean Jordan. Yep. Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
went
Well,
to
and
Riverside.
then Schoonover was on the Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah, Schoonover,
Yeah,
yes.
Schoonover's on Ultimate Fighter.
What's dude? Is he? What does he still have a school? I haven't
No,
seen or heard
he's
anything.
in
And
strongman.
what?
Yeah, I saw him. He's got to be over 300 pounds.
That's what happens. That's what happens when you love to eat. You're like,
They were
fuck the,
already-
you're like,
him and his brother
Yeah.
were huge.
you're like,
Yeah.
fuck the UFC. I'm just gonna eat and lift
Fucking
stones.
Fucking implements.
Yeah.
Dude, there's something about lifting those Atlas balls that's so like
It's
raw.
it's
and
primal,
badass.
bro.
I love it, bro.
Yeah, dude. I want to go to Scotland where like they have all the stones that
Like
you
legit
lift to be a
stones.
warrior. They still have all the stones there from all the old tribes.
What do you mean? What
So
are
they
those?
have a bunch of sites in Scotland where the Celtic warriors they have their stones still preserved, where you can go there and try to lift it onto the block that they used to do like thousands of years ago.
So what was that for? Like, what was the history behind that?
So basically, it was a test of strength for your manhood,
Mm.
and then you weren't considered a man until you lifted that stone on top of the.
What if you're a really small man?
You're fucked.
Fuck no, bro. Those are all just big ass motherfuckers. Dude.
No. There's a way to do it though, because like you can lift
Chris
this
is
the
like,
thing
I
and
can
then
lift
you
it.
roll it up.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
So
like,
they got a
fuck, thank
chance.
God I'm not
They got
in
a chance.
Scotland.
Hey, can you give me just like a touch of zoom on that camera, please? Just like a little touch. In. Yeah, a little more. Boom. Hold on, let me see. A little more. Boom. All right, good. Thank you.
Hey, so Jesse, if Chris was in Scotland, would he be able to pass that test?
Doubt it.
Yeah, he would.
You don't think so?
Yeah. Give him a month of training. If he train for a month or something, I think he can do it.
I was watching.
How much do those balls weigh?
Oh, dude, I think probably 200 pounds more or less.
Oh.
Yeah.
You do a lot of that type of training, don't you?
Yeah.
He's like, that's
No,
nothing.
it's actually way harder than you think.
It is, yeah.
No, I'm not. I don't think it's easy. I know it's hard.
I was doing them at when it was called 915 with Mark Duchesne, and it's called Elevate now. But he got me into
Yeah,
that.
I work
It's
out there.
So cool.
Yeah.
It's so fucking cool, man. And like how you said, there's like this primal feel
Yeah.
to it. It's covering my beautiful face.
Yeah, we got it. Yeah. There
Yeah,
we go.
that's where I was
You
going
can-
because my coach that I was doing it with, all his equipment's over at Elevate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the
Elevate's-
lifting and
Elevate's
bring
cool,
it back
man.
and then-
I'm enjoying working out there.
Yeah.
Have you been
That's a good
training
gym.
with Mark, or you're just taking the classes?
No classes, but what am I gonna do? Fem fit?
You do the CrossFit. You
No,
do
I'm
the
kidding. I'm
CrossFit.
kidding. No, I haven't done any classes. No, I've been training on my own. I just love the equipment that they have, primarily the belt squat.
They do.
Or
Yeah.
what
We
now-
used to do just shadow boxing with that belt
It's
squat. Just
it's
moving
phenomenal.
around.
It's phenomenal. Or if you have someone to pummel with while you're in that thing, it's incredible.
I never thought about that.
I don't have a training partner usually, at least not at that gym, and so I carry medicine balls. I'll get like a 50-pound ball, and I try to do my body weight, but I can only do like 2 minutes if I put 200 pounds on there, and I'm just marching in that thing while holding a 50-pound ball, and it just, dude, it's amazing. It works out.
You got to come to one of Kemoy's
It's great.
comp classes, man. We
I'm
do
down.
that
Oh
with
yeah,
people.
you got to come through.
We do that with people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
See,
carry
you
each
gotta
other.
just lift it up a little bit.
The
but-
problem I
yeah.
have is that I carry around 50-pound balls in my pants.
Oh,
Is that why you have lower back issues?
Yeah, that's the only issue with the lower back now.
Oh man.
How's
we
my
got,
cousin? My cousin.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Dude, I forgot all about that.
So on the last time Cristobal was here, he was saying fuck so much that afterwards his mom watched the show.
Turns out my mom watches the show. She scolded me like the mom scolded that you don't want, right? And today I asked her to take care of my twin boys while I was over here. And she's like, on one condition. And I'm like, oh shoot, what is it, mom? She's like, you do not cuss anymore on that show. Just don't say fuck. And my mom never cusses, bro. Even if like she's been cussed at or something, and she'll be like, yeah. So then this lady got mad at me and told me the F word. You know what I mean? I'm just like, mom, you could say what you said.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So
That's
she
how my
like-
mom is.
So she like told me, and I was like, oh, yes, mom, got
Yeah.
So if you're watching out there, Mom, I'm not gonna cuss. My bad if I just did.
That's hilarious, dude. What about MMA fights, Kemoy? When's your next one?
I took a long break from MMA.
How come?
I just wasn't really feeling the vibe no more. I started doing jiu-jitsu, getting deep into it, fell in love with jiu-jitsu, and I just started doing that full time, put all my energy and everything to jiu-jitsu.
It's a draining world, man, fighting.
Right.
So,
Very much.
like you deal with shitty promoters. That's the thing, is just the cards, the people. It's dark, man. And it sucks. Like,
You gotta have a lot of love for it.
It's a lot of
Until
stuff,
you
yeah.
actually get to a good show where there's proper structure and the fighters are held accountable for missing weight
Right.
and that kind of thing.
Right.
It's a
brutal.
shit show. It's
Yeah.
a shit show for a while. Sometimes you got guys cutting from like 170 to 155 or 145, and then they show up and their fighter's not even there. It's like
And
Right.
also it's like how can you say, like a dog world? So there's no events here in El Paso, or at least there wasn't for a while. And you want to fight, so you got to go to Albuquerque, and it's
yeah.
So they're like, all right, cool, come to Albuquerque, and then they have a guy. You're gonna sell 5 tickets, 10 tickets, and then they got someone that's gonna sell 50 tickets because they're from there.
Right.
And they want them to win. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
they're gonna be catering to them, and they don't care about you.
It
And
doesn't matter if
and
you
you're
take
over
his
here-
head off, though.
And I'll be ready. But promoters know the science behind it so well, bro, that they know who's gonna win almost every
Yeah.
single time.
Yeah, I feel like amateur fighting in general it's a cheat for
Just
making
to let
money
people
off-
know,
off-
Kemoy ordered some wings and they're here now. So he's got to step out for a second to get them. It's hilarious. Enjoy. I'll see you in a bit.
It's gonna be like that.
yeah.
Just-
Yeah. No eating on the microphone. Huh? Could you imagine, dude?
oh, you got
Oh
hot
my
sauce
God.
on the mic?
He's
Huh?
going to,
You
bro.
got hot sauce on the mic.
That'd be horrible. Yeah, lick it off the microphone. That'd be terrible. I was watching some World's Strongest Man injuries just yesterday. Actually,
Why would you watch that?
It's because I don't know. It was recommended on YouTube, so
Yeah.
I was like, I might as well.
Oh man, I hate
It's-
watching injuries.
It's interesting that you guys mentioned that right now. The most biceps tears they said occur from flipping tires.
Yes.
They got a lot of biceps tears with that. And if you think about it, it makes sense because it's a lot of pressure on the biceps tendons,
Yeah.
and it's a very unnatural position because there's no handles on the tire.
Yeah. It's
And the way, like, it's not the angle that you're at to grab
It's
it
why
and
also
flip it.
'cause maybe your hand is like this, because you don't get your hand
Double
inside the
unders.
tire at all.
No.
It's like barely your fingertips.
Right.
But also, it's like your legs lifting. Your legs can lift a lot more than your arms, but your arms are bearing the weight that your legs lift, right? So,
Well, I mean, it's a deadlift at the beginning, and then you get your hips under it, and you try to get under and push it up and flip it.
yeah, I've seen a lot with the
Fight
stones
number
too.
1 coming up.
with what?
With the stones
The
too.
stones are dangerous.
Yeah, because guys will try to bear the weight in the biceps. You're talking it's 300 pounds,
Right.
and you're strong enough to get it up, but you have to keep your arms extended properly.
And the one where that long stick that they've got to pick
Fingers.
up and
You
the
walk 'em?
fingers, yeah, and you walk them and you flip it over. That one comes back crashing on a lot of guys.
Yeah.
I've seen a guy, it fell on the back of his head, dude. I was like he's gonna I don't
he
know.
didn't die?
I don't think so, dude. I mean, he was probably in bed for a while, but no, he was still walking around.
The first time
yeah.
I picked up the log, I faded.
Really?
Yeah.
What log?
The strongman log, the one you lift up here.
Oh, the
Oh.
yokes. Are they
Yeah.
called yokes?
No,
No,
the yoke
no.
is behind you.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's right.
yeah.
The yoke is
The one you carry on your back. Walking with yokes is great for fighters.
I feel like it's so bad for your back though.
It's not if you learn how to
Not
brace.
really.
Because it's actually better because
Your whole
it's
spine and
isometric.
hips are like-
It's in the family of planks. You're actually planking, but the way it's a plank in
So
motion.
you have to learn how to like squeeze your core. And,
Yeah, well, it's not even squeeze core. Like powerlifters do this thing. It's called the I can't think of the name of it right now. The Valsalva.
Ah.
And so basically, what you do is that's why you wear a belt. You don't wear a belt to support. You wear a belt so that you take a deep breath, and it's almost like you're trying to take a shit. And you squeeze out like.
Right.
And what that does is it makes your body like a soda can. If I open the soda can, I can crush it. But because there's internal pressure on the can, you can't crush it.
Wow, I've never tried to crush a closed soda can.
You wouldn't be able to, Jimmy.
You might.
Like,
You want to
he's
bet?
all- he's like,
Bro, I might
No,
crush,
hell
I
no,
might
you
crush
can't.
it.
You're right. It's also CO2 compressor, probably.
Well, what you're talking about is the reason lifters wear belts is to increase abdominal pressure. Because when
Yes.
you increase abdominal pressure, you reduce spinal pressure.
Exactly.
Someone told me once that you're not supposed to squeeze it. Like some people like squeeze it all the way and then go. You kind of have to like do it to where you're at, and then from there squeeze so you don't open, like you don't go further.
I think it depends. Like when I was lifting really heavy for like deadlifts, I put it pretty tight so that I could press on it and I knew it wouldn't hurt my back.
Right.
You know. But anytime I wasn't lifting like maximal, I keep it kind of loose so that it's just working your natural ability to kind of support it, you know. It's just it was the same thing with the bench press too, but I don't really know how to do that one.
Well,
you wear a belt for bench press.
Yeah, if you're benching 900 pounds, dude. Yeah.
Belt?
Yeah.
Oh, just for that
well,
same
there's
power
for that same
lifters.
reason.
Yeah.
there's guys that get hernias from bench pressing.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to stabilize everything from your toes all the way to your shoulders, and so you're pushing your feet into the ground, and there's a tremendous amount of abdominal pressure. I mean, just think about having hundreds of pounds in your arms when you're holding. Like Dave Hoff, I think his bench is now over 1,100 pounds.
Yeah.
And so I mean, that guy.
Yeah, this is a dude that
he
just
wears
broke a
belts.
record. Yeah.
I've seen him deadlift with 2 belts on. He had one around his chest and one around his stomach.
That's crazy.
I don't know if he had an injury he was nursing or something. This
Probably.
wasn't in competition. I don't know if you can do that in competition. Powerlifting has so many different
You were
federations.
into that for a while, huh?
I'm still into studying the methodology of powerlifters because to me, it's like if you want to get strong, you watch strongmen and powerlifters.
Yeah.
If you want to get big, you watch bodybuilders. If you want to run fast, you watch runners. You want to learn how to box, you watch a boxer. So that's how I look at it. And it's like, yeah, if I want to be strong, but the trick is knowing how to modify the training to where it's sport specific. So I can't get like a power lifter and start walking around, like this with my arms all, like a power lifter, because I need to still be agile and mobile for fighting. So you do need to understand volume and intensity and what exercises you're doing and why you're doing them. It does you no good to be strong in the wrong exercise.
Yep.
If a power lifter can biceps curl hundreds of pounds, but they got a weak lower back, they're fucked.
What do you think jiu-jitsu grapplers should be doing for like strength?
I love carrying stuff, carrying medicine balls, dragging sleds, walking in the belt squat. I like to do a lot of training with while I'm wearing weight vests, that type of thing.
What about those TRX straps?
Yeah, I mean, the thing about that is it's just body weight. Like, I mean, whatever you're doing with the TRX or gymnast rings or any of that stuff. Yeah, there's good that comes from that, and I incorporate them in my workouts. But I do need some additional weight. It's not enough for me to just do rows with my body weight. You know what I mean? I mean, yeah, okay, yeah, you can make the row a little bit harder by putting your feet up on a box, that kind of thing. But
I think that would be enough for grappling. No, why would you need to be way stronger?
it depends on. So somebody like, for example, Kemoy, who's just a brick and strong as hell. He probably doesn't need to do a whole lot of weightlifting. He'd probably need to focus on what he doesn't naturally have, which I'm guessing is endurance. Very explosive guys, they need endurance training.
Yeah,
But then I look at guys like the Diaz brothers who have endurance for days, but they're not strong. And a lot of times you notice they get beaten by other guys' strength, like just physical strength.
Right.
Like Nick Diaz versus George St. Pierre is the perfect example. George is just so much stronger that I feel like he canceled out a lot of Nick's ground game. Here we go. Fight starting.
A lot of good guys coming out.
Mullarkey versus Worthy. I've never seen these guys fight. So I think as a fighter or as any athlete, MMA is a sport where you need a little bit of everything. You need to be explosive. You need to be strong. You need to have endurance. And I think a lot of fighters go wrong. I see this happen all the time where, like especially in the amateurs where you're fighting 3-minute rounds, but you want to go run for an hour and swim for an hour and do all. It's like, why? You're fighting for 9 minutes. Why don't you make sure that you can throw punches and kicks at a really, really fast rate?
It's over. It's over.
Dang, he knocked him out.
Yeah.
What happened? Did he leg kick him? I missed it. It was too
But
fast.
I think
Oh, this guy's dazed.
And confused.
I think dazed and confused are synonyms. in this case.
I don't know where I got that from. Dazed and Confused. It's like a title to something. Huh?
Movie.
Cristobal's trying to prove to us that he's an American citizen. He has a vocabulary.
Dazed and Confused.
That reminds me of that little clip of here we go. Oh, left hook right on the button.
Well,
Rocked
that
him.
left hook.
Yeah, beautiful left hook.
That was my theme when I was
Very cool.
fighting.
What's the guy's name that won? Mullarkey? Was that it?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, that was nice. Dude,
Yeah.
nice. I love how he covered up and then boom. Like that was really cool.
He feinted the straight and then went to the hook. The classic, bro.
Very cool cover counter. Very well done. That was clean. That was good. Daniel Cormier is losing his mind. I love
Daniel Cormier.
I love Daniel
He
Cormier's
enjoys it
reactions.
so much.
He's the best, man. So that's how I even look at the Diaz brothers and I go, okay, it's great that you have all this endurance, but you always have to get the shit kicked out of you for the first 10 minutes before you're actually effective.
They're such
So why
outliers,
not-
though.
Huh?
They're outliers. Like there's guys. It's like in a perfect world, maybe like they'd be more explosive or whatever, but it just works so well for them. It's like, how do you tell that guy's got to do something different? You know what I
Yeah. It's just I don't feel like that's ideal, like for a real fight. What to take all this damage
Right.
Mhm.
and like that
Yeah.
proves like, oh shit, he's
Bro,
tough.
how many
But it's like, why would you want that?
fights has Nate Diaz lost from getting cut on the eyebrows? Because he just gets
I think
cut like
it's a
that.
few. I
Yeah.
think it's
A few.
already. Like probably 3 or 4.
For sure, Masvidal, and there were. I mean, granted, Masvidal did kick the shit out of him. He hit him with some bombs. Now,
Dude.
maybe he could have come back. We've seen him come back from stuff like that
Yeah,
before.
but Masvidal was not losing any momentum either. They were saying that, yeah, there was that thing
Dude.
that, oh yeah, because Nate Diaz always comes back, you know, those later rounds, pushing the pressure and stuff like that. But Masvidal wasn't getting tired.
No,
he
no,
wasn't.
no. It was too early in the fight, and he was bombing him. Who's the one other time that I remember Nate Diaz getting TKO'd was with a head kick? Who head kicked him?
It was
Josh Thompson,
Josh Thompson. Yes, he
and he
knocked him out too. Or he
TKO,
TKO'd him,
TKO.
in like the first or second round too.
Yeah.
Dude, those guys just don't get knocked out. The Diaz brothers, like,
Yeah, and when
What?
I saw that, I was like, whoa.
it's like they don't have that gene in, like, their brain does not
Or-
get knocked out. I don't know
or
what
their
the
brain
fuck
is so
it is.
small that it could. It's got some space.
They've got giant skulls and little brains.
It's like covered in fat, and there's all this space there. Like,
It's hilarious.
dude,
So
'cause those guys
Mullarkey
have you
Mullarkey
heard
gets a
those guys talk?
knockout in 46
Did you
seconds.
guys listen to Nick Diaz's last interview with Ariel Helwani?
When was this?
oh,
Oh my god, it was probably like, I don't know, 6 months ago. Sad, bro. Sad. Listen to that.
Like
interview.
punch drunk or just doesn't know how to talk?
punch drunk. Probably doesn't know how to talk
Like
either.
poor diction.
Maybe on some drugs, but for
maybe.
sure punch drunk.
Really?
Yeah, so he should never fight again in his life.
Boom. There goes that left hook replay. Beautiful.
And like Nate either, man. He's punch drunk too.
Nate's taking some shots, dude.
Yeah, man.
He's taking some shots. You know, we're all involved in an experiment now for the most part with the UFC. Like, as far as seeing the effects of the long-term, the effects of brain trauma on UFC fighters, it hasn't been around long enough for us to actually have a proper pool of data.
Well, these guys had to start dying of old age or just dying, and then they could
Not dying.
They could check their brain.
Well,
That's the only way you could tell if someone has CTE when they die.
is that right?
Yep.
No, because they were talking about like some high school football players have CTE.
Well, they're just because they have the symptoms, and then they
Okay.
could get the brain scan, and they could see that the brain looks like drier or like more smoother in certain areas where it wasn't. So like you'll get a brain scan. What is it called? I'm saying brain scan.
MRI.
I think it's an MRI or CAT scan. Is that the same thing?
yeah. There's a special kind of MRI that you can get while you're in motion, and they could try to stimulate your brain in certain ways. Yeah, I forget what it's called. But
So you should get MRIs. Like when you fight for California, you have to get an MRI.
Yeah.
You get like a brain scan, and then it has to be looked at by a neuro doctor and
A neurologist.
a neurologist. Yeah, and then that they clear you, and then you're able to fight.
No shit.
Yeah. So
I like
cool.
that they do that. I think that's good.
Yeah, but not if you're an amateur fighter just barely trying to fight.
True.
You have to spend all this fucking
Oh, true,
money.
true.
that's
to
how I was
fight.
in New Jersey. I fought an unsanctioned fight, and so
And you had to get all that shit.
No, what happened
Oh.
was I was fighting amateur, and then I fought a fight that wasn't sanctioned. And so in order to continue fighting, I had to get an MRI. And I was an amateur fighter, and I'm like, dude, I can't afford this.
Right.
I'm gonna do that.
You know?
It's tough, man, for the amateurs when you got some guy who's working a couple of jobs, barely getting by, and then you got to pay for blood work, and you got to pay for. Sometimes they cover your travel, sometimes
in New
they
Mexico,
don't.
they just ask you for blood work, and you have to get a physical. That's it.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
But even the blood work thing to me,
just check your pulse to make sure you're alive.
you know, the blood work thing to me doesn't even make a lot of sense because you only need to do the blood work.
And that's important.
You don't have to do it before every fight.
Someone
right?
has AIDS,
like,
you don't want to go with that.
Of course, or hepatitis, but you only do it like what every 6 months, I think.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah,
it's like, dude,
months.
you could contract all kinds of shit in 6 months, and I think you ought to have to do it before every fight, and probably like the week of the fight.
Yeah.
Like the closer to the fight, the better. If I'm gonna be in a fight with somebody and they're gonna be bleeding all over me,
which most likely they will.
I want them to have gotten tested that morning. Like,
yeah, but it's not gonna happen, Jimmy.
yeah, just got to fight against married guys who are like good Christians who don't cheat. that's who you got to fight against. You're like, all right, this guy's pretty safe.
Yeah, for sure. That shit.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, you punch Nate Diaz in the forehead and he starts bleeding on you. I don't know what he's doing.
Dude, right?
Oh man.
Do you think they should have stopped that fight?
Yeah. Oh, okay. So no, actually, no, I don't. I think Masvidal should have hit him a few more times.
Oh, you didn't bring me some chicken?
Masvidal should have hit him a few more times to really lock in the TKO, but they stopped the fight, and then the doctor looked at him and they stopped it because of the cut over the eye.
It looked
right?
horrible, man.
It did. And now here, I think I've talked this on the show before. I was watching that fight with my brother-in-law, who's an ophthalmologist. Now, again,
what's an ophthalmologist again?
Eye surgeon. So looking at it on the screen versus a guy there with a flashlight looking into your eyes, two totally different things. But just from what we could see on the screen, he was like, that's on the eyebrow. He's like, I don't understand. I don't think the eye is in jeopardy. He's like, I don't see why they're stopping the fight because
I just feel
it was on the eyebrow.
Cut was already like,
it was gnarly.
it was like almost like
it was disgusting.
Over.
Yeah, it was disgusting. But
Yeah,
what
who knows?
the point that he was
worse.
making is, but the point that he was making is that's the eyebrow. It's not the eye. Now, we don't know what that doctor who's there in person saw. He's looking into his eye with a flashlight.
Well, it's not
that's
just
different.
about that. It's just probably Nate wasn't going to be able to see through that eye because he was going to be bleeding all over his eye.
But shouldn't that be the fighter's decision? Like you're in the UFC. If you can't see out of one eye, I mean, Michael Bisping has been fighting for years with one eye.
Yeah. Right. There's politics involved. It's got to be politics.
Can you stay a little
closer? Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh,
can you guys hear me now?
Can you say that?
I sounded so clear. My fucking my own headphones. It was like
it sounds okay, but
no,
catch you a little bit better.
I think there's some politics involved because I the same thing with Bisping. He's got no eye. It's not it's a cover. Yeah. He pulls it out. It's
what?
Oh yeah,
dude. Imagine like being in a bar. He's like, I bet you couldn't lick your own eye. He just fucking takes it out and licks it.
Yeah.
I had a friend in high school that at parties he would get his eye and put it in other people's drinks.
Did that ever get him laid?
I hope so. I don't know.
That's hilarious. Whoa, who's that? Is that that's the girl who's about to fight?
Yeah.
Dude, what happened to the Brian Ortega fight? They were supposed to be.
Volkanovski got
COVID, right?
Got COVID.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Are you sure?
Yeah,
he got sick.
COVID. Nah, he got COVID. Yeah, he got COVID.
I'm kidding. So he's the champ now? No, they were fighting they're supposed to fight for the 55 title.
Volkanovski's the champ.
Because it just got Dana White just officially announced that Khabib ain't coming back like a week or two ago.
Yep.
And so they
the winner of Michael Chandler and Almeida is gonna.
Where's your drink?
Almeida. No, it's Chandler and what you call it?
Who's the guy that just beat Kukui? Oliveira.
Yes.
Almeida's fighting today.
But
actually.
okay, why?
The winner
somebody
of
explain
Oliveira
to me
and
why is the 155 title fight not between Gaethje and Poirier?
Because Poirier is scheduled to fight Conor McGregor
Yeah,
again.
Poirier wants to fight McGregor for more money.
And they're not going to give McGregor a title shot.
I don't see why. He's lost like his last 3 fights in a row.
I agree, but
just because he's McGregor, he's gonna get a title fight.
so Poirier is like, no, I don't want to fight for the title until I've beaten McGregor again.
He wants the money. He wants the money
He
fight.
just wants that fight again. Because if he loses,
I mean, I
and then goes and
understand
fights McGregor, it'll be kinda weird.
strategically, career-wise, yeah, he's going to make so much money in the trilogy with McGregor, and then the title's still going to be there.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. And if he goes and fights someone else for the title and loses, then why would he like the attraction of him fighting McGregor is not as high anymore?
Yeah, that's true.
So just fight McGregor. He's probably gonna beat him again.
Yeah, I think so.
At least
I mean,
feel.
if nice McGregor shows up, then yeah, I'm betting on Poirier this time. But if jerk McGregor shows up, then I'm betting on McGregor.
Yeah, I mean,
Bro, that's what happens when they try to tame the animal. Why are you trying to tame the animal?
Who's trying to tame him?
The world,
Right.
the media, everybody.
It's
Now,
like-
okay, like he shouldn't be punching old men in bars. He should not be attacking people in buses. Like that's
It was in a. Oh yeah.
that's stupid. Yeah, when he threw the thing through the bus window and cut up some fighter's eye and all this stuff. Yeah,
Right.
that was foolish. That was dumb. He shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah.
But
It sold the fight.
at the press conference, let him do whatever. Let him take Aldo's title and rip his picture up at the bar and do stuff like that. Yeah, just don't hurt other people outside of the cage, but be crazy. Go ahead.
Yeah, I agree.
Same thing with John Jones. They wanted him to stop doing cocaine and Viagra, and then what?
Now what? Now we don't have the John Jones we love.
And then we don't. Yeah. Right?
Is that what he was doing?
Well, they asked him one because he said that he the trace of testosterone that they found in his blood, he said was from dick pills.
Viagra.
And they asked him, he was on the Joe Rogan Experience, and Joe goes, "Why are you taking dick pills?" And he's like, "I got a huge dick, Joe." I'm like,
What?
that's a good reason.
Is it?
Yeah, I mean,
You need
because
it.
that's what. And then Daniel Cormier made fun of him one time at the press conference, and he was like, he said something about a limp noodle. You remember that?
I remember that.
Dude.
You remember that?
Wait, so you saying you prefer John Jones on cocaine versus
Fuck yeah!
John Jones on cocaine was finishing people.
Yes.
Now John Jones off cocaine is having close fights. People's
Bullshit.
questioning his
Fucking
abilities now.
bullshit.
Yeah.
We might Dana
Dude,
White
who-
might have to hook
Who
him
cares? He used to like to get hammered a week before a fight.
up. Right.
And
Go party.
He would usually come to El Paso too. To do that.
Yes.
Oh, for real?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Because
y'all was hooking him up.
Yeah, maybe.
dude, I don't know if he still is, but he was, or maybe still is friends with one of the bar owners here in town. So he'd come party here a lot.
He would come.
Oh, that's
Um,
cool.
But my point is, like, if he's gonna get drunk and do cocaine and Viagra, whatever the fuck he's doing a week before a fight, and it's not okay,
Just get a driver, right?
just get a driver.
I always
That's
I
it.
never
All
understood why.
his-
Oh, he got a DWI. He
Right.
like crashed into a pregnant woman and
Right.
ran away. It's like, dude, how are you the heavyweight champion of the world and don't have an entourage of dudes that'll drive you around, bro?
All his problems are from driving drunk. Everything else could have been dealt with. Everything else could have been whatever. The cocaine, the partying, that's all. That would not have been a big deal. It's the 2-time DWI, fleeing the scene, hitting a pregnant woman and fleeing the scene.
What's fucked up is I think that I'm sorry. I said fucked
Oh, hey.
Right.
Sorry, Mom.
Apologies,
What's
Mrs.
messed up-
Chavez.
up. What's really messed up is I think that there are hundreds of fighters doing the same thing, but because John Jones is high profile,
No,
I think he gets targeted.
It's
He
just
gets
because they're
targeted.
not getting caught.
He's getting.
No, they're not getting caught, bro.
They're
If
just
they
not-
would be doing the same thing.
They're just
Like
not
they
getting
probably
arrested.
are like a lot of fighters doing coke and partying hard as fuck,
Yeah.
but they have someone to drive them.
Yeah.
Bro, I think today, every time you say fuck, you should take a shot.
Did I say it?
Shot.
You'll be passed out on the floor
Dude, that would be
halfway
hot.
through the podcast.
Like,
No, they're just not getting caught, dude. If you're like any fighter in the UFC that crashes into somebody and flees the scene and then goes to whatever community service and does all this stuff and then does it again, it's like you're gonna have a spotlight on you.
No, for sure. No one's doing like they're doing it, but they're not getting caught. They're not getting arrested and stuff.
Yeah. All right. Fight's about to start. Who do we got here?
Jason Herzog.
The referee. Shout out.
Celeste.
Ariana Celeste. I used to.
Brittany Palmer. I don't know who that.
Brittany
is.
Palmer. Did you actually know all the ring girls' names? That's pretty impressive.
Damn, dude.
I just know those two. Those are the main ones. Bro.
That's 2 out of 3. That's pretty good.
I think the
All right, here we
girl
go.
in the
Round
blue
one.
gonna win.
Robertson
Why?
versus
Why?
Maverick.
Why?
I don't know. She's just
Who do you think is going to win?
the one in the blue.
Maverick.
The Maverick. Yeah.
She's American. I think the girl in red is Canadian.
Oh yeah, there's no way a Canadian's gonna.
Come on, GSP's Canadian,
Oh,
bro.
that's right.
You know who kicks the US's ass? What the category where Canada kicks our ass is with the longest kill shots.
Healthcare.
No,
Oh.
no.
Okay.
the longest kill shots by military snipers. The Canadians and the Brits hold the top 5 records. The Americans we're not even in the top 5. But
Snipers.
if you're gonna go tear some shit up, you don't call the Canadian military. You call the American military.
Yeah.
Just
And
saying.
we're not gonna snipe. We're gonna bomb the fuck out of them with
Bro,
drones.
that's the oh well, okay. Good movement,
Wait.
dude, from both of them, man. They're doing pretty
She's
good.
got a good high kick.
They're
man.
both light on the feet.
Yeah.
I like that Robertson's hair matches the color of her shorts. She dyed her hair red because she's in the red corner. If she's fighting in the blue corner, does she
Wait.
dye it blue?
Who knows?
She's not as colorful as Sean O'Malley. That guy's got all kinds of color. He comes
guy's
out like
fighting
he
today.
comes out like
Oh,
a,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
oh yeah.
Yeah, dude. He's
He was
he's
looking
fighting
so
Almeida.
good. Yeah.
Now he's coming off a loss, right?
Yeah, but
He
he
got-
messed his ankle up
he
or
fought
something.
Chito Vera,
Yeah.
and
Right.
I think he was piecing Chito Vera up. No,
I don't remember.
Yeah, he was doing decent, and I think that he broke his foot or something.
Yeah.
'Cause
something.
they ended up taking
No.
him out on a stretcher.
no. At the end, it wasn't.
Something
it turned out
happened
it
to his
wasn't broken.
calf
but
or-
he had already had pre-existing injuries.
Yeah.
From that foot.
Something happened. It was his foot. I remember. All I remember is I don't remember exactly how the fight went down, but I know he lost, and at one point, like he fell down. He got kicked or something. He fell down.
I think
So he's coming off a loss, and we'll see how he does.
either Chito kicked him and hurt.
Ooh,
kicked him
good
in the
boxing
foot,
from Maverick.
Yeah.
Or
That fight is
this
actually
guy
next.
kicked Chito, and Chito checked it or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
And that's how he.
It was legit. I mean, it wasn't like,
Well, O'Malley claimed that his opponent's toe hit him on like a certain nerve.
Oh, it was like
He's,
the
Yeah.
Henry
he's
Cejudo.
blaming it on the toe.
It was like the Henry
Hey.
Cejudo when he hit the
Yeah,
nerve on
he
the
used as
calf.
an example also.
I gotta tell you, man, I'm liking Maverick's counter
That's
left
been happening.
cross.
Yeah, her
That's
cross
been
is
happening
looking good.
recently. And that's
Oh,
actually
so that's
what happened.
that's the thing. Like hit the nerve and then the leg goes up.
It's been happening recently, right here on the calf. On
Yeah.
the front of the calf.
How is it
We're
that
gonna
all of a
remember that.
sudden
Fucks up the
everybody
whole
everybody opened their eyes to the calf kick? Like 20 some years now, all of a sudden
Yes.
everybody's like, "Oh, I'm gonna kick your calf." Why hasn't anybody done that before?
Because everyone checks it.
I guess.
Well,
I guess some.
Checking
I
is a
guess
good
you
thing,
know.
and fuck that. Fuck getting your kick checked. I mean, screw getting your kick.
it's a trend. It's just like Thai boxing. Like things come in style. Somebody figures out how to kind of maneuver
Right.
around it.
It
and then-
evolves.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The same techniques, but it'll just be slightly different,
I mean, me and Cristobal were talking about this recently with leg locks in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Like for years, almost nobody would attack heel hooks and toe holds, and now everybody's going for heel hooks.
Yeah.
Maverick's
Well,
on top.
Eric Paulson was
Ooh,
like
is
a
she
going-
pioneer, right?
He was a
Back in the
pioneer,
day.
yeah. Dude.
Or like ahead of his time, probably.
He was,
right?
yeah. And it's funny because like there's a lot of new stuff that's different than coaches, and I kind of got to go back because it was like I was like good enough for a while, and then guys just like took it to another level, and so I had to really do a lot of homework to go like
Oh,
backtrack.
dude, so
on
you're
it.
gonna this Craig Jones seminar is gonna
Yeah.
be
Oh,
right up here.
yeah, I have a couple of his DVDs, man, or the downloads from
Yeah.
BJJ. I like it because he's concise. When you're done watching his stuff, it's like you know how to do something. I have another one like Lachlan Giles, and like it's just all over the place, man. I can't
Really?
figure it out, dude. Yeah,
Lachlan Giles is one of the best guys around.
yeah, he's
though.
so good though. He's really good.
I didn't know Craig Jones was one of his students.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
They fought each other a couple times though in like competitions. So
Oh, really?
yeah,
Well, and now Craig Jones is with the Danaher Death Squad, right?
yeah, yeah.
Makes sense to be there.
yeah. And what about Gordon Ryan? Did you guys see the recent one with him and Wagner Hosha?
Yeah.
Was it any good?
Yeah, it was a good match, man.
Yeah,
It was
I
the best
liked
match, I
it.
think, for
Yeah.
Gordon Ryan.
Were they good afterwards? Did he shake his
Yeah,
hand?
Yeah.
It was
It
like
was solid. Mhm.
Yeah,
That's
but it was
cool.
a good match, man. And
because Wagner was really animate about that, dude. About like making it like, hey, we're gonna be classy. You know?
I mean, he might as well. If he knows he can lose, you gotta find some kind of positive point to it.
yeah, I feel like he knew he was gonna lose anyway.
Yeah.
But you know what I was telling everybody? I feel like either way, Wagner won that night. Let me tell you why. One, nobody believed he would have won the fight anyway. Two, he made money. His status did not go down. That wasn't even his weight class. His ranking is still there.
Yeah.
That's true.
So he came out, lost a match that he was meant to lose anyway, and made a lot of money.
That's good. Yeah, and publicity now.
And he did really good. He didn't get just fucked up beat right away.
I mean, Gordon was playing with him. Gordon was playing with him.
He's playing with everybody. That guy's on another level.
It didn't really look that way.
I gotta be honest, dude. Like remember how like there was a time like in MMA where like pro fighters that were on TV were training at regular classes? That like barely exists anymore. Like UFC guys have like UFC camps.
Mhm.
They go this. I feel like the Danaher Death Squad is kind of like that evolution where you're gonna have to have a private room of guys that are training 8 hours a day with a special coach.
Just real quick, round 2 is about to start. I believe Maverick took the first one.
With
Yes.
just elite.
Yes, just elite guys training, just working on stuff in the
That's
back
pretty
room.
much what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been doing that for a while.
Like, it's not going to be like, Craig Jones is going to be hanging out at like, fundamentals class with you. And
Yeah,
those days are over, I
or
think,
you just
man.
show up to like, I'm gonna try a class and like, oh shit, I get to roll with Craig Jones. and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, it's not
He's
happening.
Like, he doesn't have a partner.
Wasn't that?
Yeah. Could I roll with you, Craig?
I feel like the thing that's so great about that squad, because everybody in there is like a coach. Everybody in there could teach something. So I feel like everybody just sitting there, just feeding off each other, just learning. It's not even just John Danaher. I'm sure people's learning from Gordon, Craig, even down to probably even the purple belt.
I tell you what, though,
I feel like they're all learning from Danaher. They're not trying to be coaching. They're just trying to learn and just.
I agree.
Themselves.
Danaher owns it, dude. Because like when I was training in New Jersey, like Ricardo and Tom DeBlas and all those guys, they would go once a week to Danaher's class back then. And that was like 15 years ago. And it was like they'd come back with all this crazy stuff. Like he was on another level. It's just there wasn't a platform for him yet.
But I feel
Robertson just got a takedown.
It's just like
It
also
was a good takedown too.
Good takedown.
when you're competing and stuff, you don't want to be coaching and teaching and stuff. Like
Yeah.
do it out of passion, out of love, but you also want to focus on just yourself.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
You can't be a coach and an athlete. You got to pick which
It's
one's
hard.
hard.
Yeah, it's very hard.
So like they're lucky they got Danaher to be there just coaching and being
Just coaching,
talking. So
yeah.
they can just focus on themselves. Everyone focuses on themselves. Yeah, they're helping each other out because I'm making you better because I'm working hard on my shit and on my stuff. And you're learning the counters to that stuff too, right?
Yeah.
But
I think it's hilarious that you keep trying to censor yourself. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm sure Danaher's just writing books, like just like takes notes every night on everybody.
his posts are getting a little annoying to me.
Yeah,
That's too long for you.
Well, here's the thing.
Yes,
I refuse to watch any Danaher stuff. Like
Even his
Too much
tone,
talking.
Even,
it's not
even
the
his
talking.
tone and his
It's just
voice is just so like
it's becoming like
golly.
it's like the Coca-Cola of jiu-jitsu where everybody's like, did you see Danaher's new DVD or this? And I'm just like, I refuse to watch any of them because I don't want it influencing my game. Like I'm like, nah, everything
What
I'm
do you
coming up
mean?
is
Why
gonna
wouldn't
be-
you want him influencing your game?
Well, because it's
You trying not to follow the trend? Is that
exactly. So
Okay.
I'm like, how am I going to be outside of the box a little bit if I'm always just following Danaher? Because it's
it? Yeah, I know what you mean. That's kind of
Robertson has controlled the
Yeah.
first 2.5 minutes of the
He's-
fight on the
he's-
ground.
he's rarely wrong what he says. He's rarely wrong, but sometimes I think he oversimplifies certain things that I'm like, I've been doing jiu-jitsu long enough to say that that's not completely true what he's saying.
I just feel like he goes too in depth to like break some random stuff.
Yeah.
You just said too
down.
in depth, and you said oversimplifies.
Hey,
What?
the
How does
human is a
that-
paradox, sir.
You guys are.
That's wrong.
No, I don't know.
Is it
I
like a
haven't.
double negative or something.
No, I don't know. But how can that be true? One of you has to be wrong. He can't be too in depth and oversimplified at the same time.
Okay, you're right, but I feel
Oh,
he's
yes,
too,
that's not true. No, you
Okay.
take a guy like Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Uh
Neil deGrasse Tyson will take a subject depending on his audience,
Ooh.
and he will oversimplify it for us to be able to have an understanding without a degree
You're
in
right.
astrophysics.
You're right.
And
And it's
then
in
when you
depth.
talk to an astrophysician,
Good point.
he will be like, "That's not completely true."
Hell yeah, Briggs. Hell yeah,
Boom.
dude.
Oh.
What up now, Jimmy?
Hey, that
So
was.
anyways, where were we?
Look, man, this
Before we
is
got rudely
this podcast.
interrupted.
This this podcast is a battle of the minds. I like that he just corrected me. You didn't have shit to say.
I knew you was coming, bro. I was like, I got it. Right when I was gonna tell you that exact thing, just like,
Before we had to have a breakdance battle.
Dude, Robertson is just dominating on the ground.
I just feel he goes like too in depth onto
Yeah.
certain things where you could have just been like, yeah, like you gotta push hard for your goal, and when you reach, they're fighting back. You gotta overcome.
Wow.
And he
Yeah.
goes into like this 30-sentence explanation on that. And it's like, yeah, I get it, cool, but I feel like you just like want to hear your voice, or you just want to
Yeah.
like
Yeah, I think he enjoys listening to
enjoy
himself.
talking.
Yeah,
like,
y'all really think
elaborating
so
on
for
this.
Danaher?
I feel he he loves elaborating on some just basic stuff sometimes.
Maybe he just sees all the little details that most people miss,
Or
and
that.
he feels like he needs to give you every single alphabet in that sentence
Yeah.
instead of just the words.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. All right.
Me or that chick,
10 seconds.
whole ass cheek is out.
See, Maverick
Oh,
on the
which one?
feet. Maverick on the feet
The blue.
is smashing her.
Just
Yeah.
one cheek is out.
Oh yeah. Oh, man.
it is.
Wardrobe malfunction.
Oh, you think the ref about to pull it
She's
out?
good.
No lie. When I used
She
to
got
fight,
it.
I used to wear tights like that, bro.
And your cheek.
Oh hell yeah, bro! You just let it out, dude.
Okay.
I'm gonna worry about that shit later.
Just
the
ass
one-
is all out, shaking and everything.
God damn, that thing is bright.
Where you going? All right. I thought he was leaving.
So he ordered some wings.
I'm also hoping Kemoy gets some wings over there.
The one fighter who always had wardrobe issues was Ronda Rousey with her bra. Her
Was it?
bra would always
I
be
thought it was
coming
Misha
off.
Tate. Didn't her boob pop out one time?
It may have.
I don't know. Did
Because she got a boob job or something.
I don't know about that. I'm not sure, but I know that Ronda Rousey would always be fixing her bra every time she
Yeah.
she throws a few
She
punches. She's
readjust.
fixing her bra. It's like just get some kind of different, like wear a rash guard or something.
Right.
Yeah, the rash guard. That's cool that the girls can do that. You know.
I mean,
Show
guys
the
can
rash
do
guard.
it too. They just feel like it's unmanly. They want to show their abs. All right, round
Yeah.
3. Here we go. I think it's first round went to Maverick, second round went to Robertson.
For the takedown.
She controlled her the entire time on the ground, like she dominated on the ground.
So we got
let's-
1-1.
let's see what takes
1-1.
third
Yeah,
round.
I think it's 19-19 right now. I think it's already, the fight's already been, like, we know which way it's going to go. If it stays on the feet, it's going to Maverick. If it goes to the ground, it's going to Robertson. I think that's already been displayed.
Well, in round 1, Maverick took down Robinson also.
Well,
She did. But yeah, so when Maverick took her down, she controlled her. But when Robertson took her down, she controlled. Oh, there it goes. Robertson shoots for the single. Is she gonna get it? So far, nope. Maverick's boxing is just so much better.
It really is.
Like she's up.
Clean.
She gets out of the
There you
single
go.
And
leg.
who knows? She's left-handed, right?
Uh-huh.
So I think this girl might just be having
Ooh, she
trouble
went for a low
adjusting to it.
single
Oof.
in the MMA
Now,
fight.
now Maverick's got her back.
Low single
Oh.
in the MMA fight.
Oh,
Now
Yeah, low singles.
in the MMA fight,
Yeah.
I would have
And-
recommended
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Eric Paulson, he did his last fight. He hit the guy with a low single.
she
Yeah.
missed it completely, and now Maverick's on her back.
Right.
I mean, this is a good position for Maverick. She's not going to do much damage from here. She might finish her.
I mean,
But-
at this point, all she can do is stall it out. And
Basically,
she already got the round
yeah.
one.
Yeah, basically.
That's why no one will remember your name, Kemoy. You gotta finish it, bro.
She landed big shots
I
in
mean,
the beginning.
yeah.
3.5 minutes.
Maverick's in the mount.
Try to finish
Oh,
without
she got
losing
out.
the position, though.
She got out. She didn't really make it to the mount.
Trying
No.
to fight for a single leg again.
Quarter
Ooh,
guard.
look at this back step to the honey hole right there.
That's what I was just thinking.
There you
Dude,
go,
ever
Jimmy.
since you showed me that, like I can't
It's
unsee
always
it.
there, bro.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
me, I would have went deep half from there.
Oh,
I've been having a lot of
that's
success
a lot of
Talking
hammer.
about
half
bottom.
lately.
That's a lot of
Yeah.
hammer fists.
I've been having a lot of success with deep half lately.
Yes.
Oh, you got to show me some deep half stuff, dude.
I got you.
Okay, yeah, I need to grow.
A lot of people don't really like to play it because they feel like it's risky, but I feel like if you got to position well, you have many options. Go to dogfight position,
yes.
electric chairs,
And I
all
mean,
that good
it's
stuff.
not like you're gonna be standing and then go for deep half. But sometimes you're in the bottom half position where your dogfight sweeps and all that stuff isn't going to work. Like right there, look, it didn't work. She ended up just on bottom turtle. You go deep half and they have to change direction.
But do you recommend deep half for MMA as well, or just for jits?
Yes, if it gets you out from underneath. I mean, you're not going to hold there.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it.
I
don't know about
you got to go faster. Hell yeah. You got to go You're not going to use it to stay there.
But if somebody bases and just like holds you down and they have a free hand,
and you're going the other way. You're going
you got to hide your head underneath.
You're either coming out all the way out the back, and then if they're basing,
Robertson
then
going
you're
for an
coming out the
armbar.
back. If they sit down, then you're coming out the front.
I think if you active with it, you'll be safe. But you there holding it, trying to cook it, then you can get punished.
Right. Oh, no, she's out. She's out. No, elbow's out.
No, it's not.
It's not?
Look out.
Dang.
I don't think
Maverick's been dominating on the ground. No, she's out.
Yeah.
That's it. She got out. Good armbar attempt by Robertson. She needs a finish. She knows it. So she needs to get up right now.
Split the legs for knee
reverse mount. Maverick's in the reverse mount. She has the leg. She could knee bar.
I think
it's hard to peel a knee bar from that position though. No, don't give her your back.
Oh,
not a good spin. Not a good spin. But with a minute and a half left, she's already won the round if she doesn't get tapped out.
Not really. There's a lot you could do in a minute and a half because they pretty much switch positions now.
Correct, but
she's falling off already.
She's falling off.
Yeah.
I'm talking. If you calculate the amount of time that Maverick was in control is 3.5 minutes versus if Robertson controls her for a minute and a half.
Yeah,
you got to give it to Maverick. But now Maverick's back on top.
Yeah.
So Jimmy, have you been landing those honey hole entries yet?
No, I only tried a few times so far, and mostly against Fito. And dude, that leg locks is his stuff, man. So I wasn't really gonna land it. But he's a great training partner because even though he's advanced, he'll let you try stuff, and like he's just a great training partner, man.
Yes.
I never worry. I never have a safety concern when I'm with him. I'm like, even if he gets me in a heel hook, I know he's not gonna hurt me, and I can really work through chokes and leg locks and try to look for escapes. He's a great training partner. I tried to, we've been trying to get him on the podcast, man, several times already.
He's good.
We'll get him on.
To flow with, and like how you said, you're not gonna get hurt.
He's always my warm-up partner of choice. Yes. My first round or two, I want to roll with him.
But it's not super realistic of a match.
No.
Like for competition.
No, but again, like every training partner has their position, and you take the the ferociousness from one guy, you take the technique from another guy, you take the brute strength from one guy, the size, the speed, and then that's what makes you complete. I'm gonna pop out for a second, guys. Camera's on you, Quito, but you can talk to here. Turn on the air conditioner.
Can you get by me?
So Jesse, do you do deep half a lot or no?
I do. I got real into it when Jeff Glover was doing it, man.
Yes, so, that's where I learned it from too.
Yeah, I have a couple good setups, and then when I was training with Robert Drysdale a lot, he's got a couple of really good gi setups with it. So I usually use it. To be honest with you, it's like more my escapes from side control, back control. Like I use my deep half for that.
I use it as an escape from mount.
Yeah.
Have me a mount. Trap that ankle.
Same
thing. I'm out.
Yeah, same thing.
I'm a fast eater.
I'm out all the time.
Yeah,
it's my number one escape from mount. Actually.
Yeah, it's great. It's easy,
Sometimes, and you know what I use it like, I guess how you could say escape from side control. When they have good side control, and I'm just like, God, it's not. I can't get out of here. I'm kind of baiting them to mount. And as soon as they mount, I trap that ankle. I'm just deep half.
A friend of mine did it.
Pretty cool, man.
Why haven't you put it on your gun yet?
Dude, I have no idea. I've just been lazy. I haven't been shooting in, I don't know, like 2 months probably.
I'm actually going to go bow shooting tomorrow.
Nice. Where?
I don't know. One of my old coaches, Ed the Tech, he's native and he knows how to bow shoot or hunt or whatever you call it.
Yeah, archery.
So he's going to shoot me.
Maverick got it.
Yep,
Maverick
got the win.
Was it unanimous?
I picked
unanimous decision. Yep.
I chose it in the
Yes, you did, bro. Yes, you. Oh, look at Robertson's
mouse.
Black eye. Yeah. Both eyes just busted. Whew. Archery's cool, man. I've done a little bit.
With
I
Luque,
just-
right?
with the Jorge, and I've been meaning to go with Jacob Kreiderman. He was on my podcast like, I don't know, a month ago or something like that. He's a bow hunter, and we're talking about doing some archery soon. We just haven't had time, but
I was recently motivated to do it more because I saw Dances with Wolves again.
what is that?
You've never seen that movie with Kevin Costner?
I don't even know who Kevin Costner is.
How do you not? Are you from?
Listen, I'm from the Middle East,
Yeah,
bro.
That's a good movie. It's like based like in the Civil War era, and this guy's like out at some post and like in the middle of nowhere where no one's gonna end up showing up anymore for a while, and he ends up like joining like this tribe, this Indian tribe, and they're like he just becomes one of them where he's like hunting alongside with them with rifles. And he has a lot of rifles and stuff, so he gives it to them when they like fight in between tribes, but they're hunting with bows and stuff. It's pretty fucking badass. But
So I'm actually thinking about switching out my compound bow for a recurve, just because I think it'd be more fun. Like you can shoot faster.
probably way harder though. No,
It is.
tired.
It is harder. You don't have a peep sight and all this other stuff. You just basically draw and release. But once you get good at that, I think it'd be more fun. Now, you're probably not going to kill an elk at 80 yards with a recurve, right? Like you're going to need a compound bow for that. But I just think it'd be more fun if I had to, because I don't have time to practice both. I barely have time to practice one.
The
And
shooting-
so-
oh, both.
Yeah, so if I was
Those-
gonna pick one, I think the recurve would be more fun. I don't know. I gotta try
It
it.
probably would
man.
be, and it's like this longer, right? But there's
Yeah.
you don't. There's not more power from that one than the compound.
No, the compound has way more power because you got the cams that tilt.
I thought that was just to make your thing easier.
Yeah, I mean, look, you could get a recurve bow.
Like when you pull, where you could like chill.
Right. But I mean, you could get a recurve bow that's 100 pounds or even more. But are you gonna be able to draw that motherfucker? I mean, you'd need like some guy like The Rock from the Scorpion King to pull that, dude.
Yeah.
So yeah, the thing about the compound bows is like, even if you're not freakishly strong, you can draw an 80 or a 90 pound bow. Well, you got to be pretty strong to draw an 80 pound bow. But once you get past that point where the things, I think they're called cams, once they like you tilt them, then yeah, it becomes like you're holding 10 pounds and then you can sit there and aim and take your shot. I feel like I do pretty good with archery for how little practice I've had. I've probably shot 150 arrows total.
It's crazy how hard it is. I remember I had a neighbor when I was a kid, and he was showing us how to do it. It was so hard, man.
I don't think it's harder than shooting pistols.
Definitely, it is.
Not for me. I feel like, well, maybe because I've had so much trigger time, especially with pistols, that when I did archery, I can apply some of those principles of
But there's more things
trigger
going
control
on in
and
it,
everything.
bro. Like even like how you grab it, and then like where to aim, and even like where you put the
Yeah, that's
throw on
just
the
your
thing.
sight, man. You just have to
There's Khabib.
you just have to know
Oh,
where
what
you're.
the hell?
Yeah, well, the other Nurmagomedov fought earlier. Oh, what are they giving him? Oh, he's getting a medal. Is that a Medal of Honor?
Dang, they just keep
The
giving him all
UFC
kind of
Medal
gifts.
of Honor.
Awarded a custom-made 5-star medallion by Daniel Cormier, signifying all the hard work he has put in to become the best in the sport.
By Daniel Cormier?
They really be dick riding Khabib,
Oh,
man.
they shine those
Like,
balls,
damn,
dude.
man. They didn't
God.
give GSP that treatment,
No.
and he did way more in his career.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
He
how
did.
many fights did this guy have?
He
They
defended his belt like 2 or 3 times,
2
right?
3 times, dude.
Khabib?
Yeah.
That is true.
Like they talk about him being the GOAT. There's no way. John Jones has way more fights.
You know what it is?
Here
I
we go.
think-
We're
I
gonna
think-
have this conversation.
I think GSP pissed off the UFC. That's why. Because
Why?
GSP won the middleweight belt, then disappeared.
they knew that was gonna happen.
No, they didn't
though.
know that. They didn't know that.
No?
No.
That
That's
makes
ano-
sense.
that's
so they
another
were all
reason-
invested in him.
That's
and then-
another reason why they never did the Khabib super fight. Because they knew GSP just won that one fight, and
No, it's because GSP was not gonna go to 55.
he,
and
he was
Khabib-
willing. He was willing to. UFC just didn't want to do it.
He was down to go to 55.
Hell yeah.
Ah, dude, I think UFC would have been down to do it, man.
Of
That would have
course.
been money.
No, think about it. Imagine GSP go 55, beat Khabib and his win streak, and then leave. So you just beat the top guy, get a big check, leave. Now the belt is vacated.
How good is Almeida?
But you would do it.
Zero good.
You would do it if you
He's
thought
old
that
school,
Khabib
too.
was about
Not-
to
not
retire
old school,
anyway.
but he's been around.
But they didn't know that.
True.
The talks about the GSP fight, that was like like a year ago, 2 years ago.
But okay, but to your point, GSP had already left for a while. He'd already retired before he took that fight against Bisping at 85.
Yes.
And so, and even then, he was just kind of, he just
no one really cared.
went into the,
Oof.
he just faded with the moonlight. What's that saying? Whatever.
Gone with the wind?
No,
Gone with the wind.
Something.
But
And
the
then-
point is, why GSP didn't get that kind of treatment?
True, because he was champion for what, like 10 years?
Oh yeah, he's champion for
Something
a while.
crazy.
time,
He was
dude.
champion for a long
Because think
time.
about Khabib, he asked to get the pound for pound #1 spot because he said he wanted it. The UFC did it over everybody, over John Jones. That's pretty much technically undefeated, defended his belt so many times just because Khabib.
Yeah, I
John
don't think
Jones
he-
has defended his belt a lot.
And he hasn't lost, bro. The only loss he has is
It's that
because
bullshit
of
that fake loss.
that
Oh, I hate that
12
loss,
to 6
dude.
Yeah,
elbow.
the elbow.
Yeah, I hate that.
It was with that deaf kid, right?
Matt Hamill?
Matt Hamill.
Hamill,
Yeah. Yeah, that was like he knocked the guy out, but they're like, "Oh, you lose because that was an illegal elbow." You're like, how is this different than this? Or,
It's
I
just a
mean,
rule.
it's a
It's so
stupid
stupid.
rule.
It
It's
is
a stupid rule. I mean, if you're John Jones, that's I actually don't think he gives a shit, but it's got to annoy you that you have that loss on your record. It's got to be annoying because how many fights has John Jones had? What's his record right now? Something and one, whatever it is. Something and one.
23 and
It's a lot and one. So he can't say that I have a perfect record because
I
of
mean,
that loss.
real fans know that's a perfect record.
Sure.
Yeah.
Look, I agree with you.
26-1.
He's 26 and 1. Dang, dude.
And all high level fights.
So that would be
Right.
So
Wow.
really, it should be 27 and
Fucking
0.
He's beat the
Mhm.
best of the best.
Yeah, really, it should be 27 and 0. I mean, yeah, his fight before he became champion was Ryan Bader. I think right before Shogun, he choked out Ryan Bader. Bader was undefeated.
Yeah.
He choked out Ryan Bader, I believe, with a guillotine from side control, if I'm not mistaken. Then he goes and destroys Mauricio Shogun, and then he just goes on a tear from there, and he's been killing everybody. Now we're going to see how he does at heavyweight.
And
Yeah.
think about it, he went through all those generations,
Yeah.
all those different generations of fighters.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
he's a savage, dude.
He always delivered, and that's what you gotta say about him. Is just like he showed up. There's been some times where he's looked a little rusty, or this, but he always came through on the win, dude.
But I will say this though, this is why these arguments are just difficult to have because are we basing GOAT status off of how many title fights you've had or how dominant of a career you've had?
I think it's a spectrum.
Nobody has ever questioned any of Khabib's decision wins,
Yeah.
but there's been several questionable John Jones victories.
Sure,
That is true.
that's true.
Well, I
But-
wouldn't say several, maybe like 3, 2, maybe.
Several.
That's
See, but-
that's
but-
what several means, Kemoy.
my thing is this: how can you be considered the greatest when you don't 3 title fights? Like
True.
he has the potential to be.
Why did it take so long to get a title fight?
It's because of him.
I think the reason why the big thing that makes him the greatest is because he fucked up Conor McGregor.
Yeah,
it's not even just that. It's just
I think that has a lot.
it's just
and even McGregor, like he was on a tear at a point, and so he just had a very high. He found his window, jumped through it, and just like pushed all the way up. Really intimidated some guys and overwhelmed them in the fight. But if you look at him, like he's not super dominant. I think that like when he won the title against Mendez was out of shape because he had a week to get ready for that fight. But Mendez could have won that fight. If he had a camp, he would have won that fight.
that doesn't matter.
I hate
That
when
doesn't
people say
matter.
if they
We
had a
can't- we
camp
can't-
conversation.
Look,
I don't like that.
Yeah. We can't get into that.
It's
You
a
look at
true thing.
look.
though.
You look at the result. You look at the results. You look at what happened. He didn't have to take the fight.
Right.
True.
He could have said,
Well, duh.
he could have said, I
But
want
then
a
that
camp.
opportunity would have been gone.
Tough shit.
And at the
But he
same
didn't have
time,
to take the fight. If what he's concerned with is victory, if he's a true champion, like when John Jones, when he had an opponent drop out of
Look
the
at that
fight
hair.
and Chael Sonnen stepped up on 12 days notice or whatever it was, and Jones was like, I'm not fighting Chael Sonnen on 12 days notice. Right? I need time to prepare for Chael Sonnen. I was preparing for a different guy. They want to give me this guy. I'm not doing it.
right.
Nobody gets mad about that. At the end of the day, John Jones
Right, but John
destroyed
Jones
Chael
is the
Sonnen.
champion.
It doesn't matter who you are.
Yes, it does.
At the end of
At
the
that
day,
moment, it did. You had
look,
leverage.
At the end of the day, when you look at somebody's record, that's all you see. You don't remember, oh, this guy only had 2 weeks to get ready, and this guy had a full fight camp. Nobody gives a damn about that. What matters is you look at the record.
Well, I
do
can
too.
take that
do
into
too.
I'll take that into consideration definitely.
Yeah, I don't
because
believe
it was
in that.
like, let's say I'm in the corner for my fighter, and he takes a week and he gets this. I'm gonna take him back to the locker room and say, yo, bro, you can beat that guy if we had a full camp.
Yeah,
and that's my honest truth. That's how I really feel in my heart for my guy.
Exactly.
And so for me to just say, hey man, don't worry about it. You lost. He's better than you.
Yeah.
I couldn't do
It's
that.
not the same thing.
I feel like me personally, I don't believe in the full camp thing. Because if you're a professional fighter, you should always be ready.
No,
That's
bro,
true.
but it's different how you prepare during camp than during
And that's
when
also
you're not
true.
in camp.
Yeah,
and
say,
also,
you
you're
know,
not going to be sparring 100 miles an hour
And
during
also,
camp the whole time, and you're not also going to be lifting fucking crazy and like, whoa,
'cause you
super
can't stay in
explosive,
peak
be
shape for
100%
conditioning.
focused. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're not going to be at peak shape. There's a science to it. You're majoring in kinesiology, right? You have to know when you got to find and calculate the peak of your performance to when the fight is. You can't overdo it and overwork yourself, and then you're all fucked up.
But all right, when people say they didn't have a full camp, are they trying to say their cardio wasn't there? Because I feel like a camp.
they're trying to
That's
say
just a camp.
they're trying to say that
They didn't have a camp
that
to
they're
prepare
whiny
for an actual
bitches.
fight.
So you
No.
know
Look,
how to
I
strike,
think-
stop a
look,
takedown.
I
That's
think
what I'm saying.
you're a professional fighter in the UFC, the most badass fighting organization on the planet. You shut the fuck up when you lose a fight and you don't talk about, oh, if I had a full camp, I would win.
He's not saying that. I'm saying that.
Yeah, we're saying.
Yeah.
No, fighters
took
have
his shit
said
like a
that.
man. He took his
He's
shit
cool.
like a
He's
man.
like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
We're the one saying that if he had a full camp,
I'm not
he
saying
would
he
probably
said
fuck
that.
them up.
Jorge
right then and there.
Masvidal
Beat
said
him.
the same thing.
No, I'm not saying
Yeah.
he said that.
I
I'm
agree with
saying,
them too. I think Jorge Masvidal is the guy to beat Usman right now.
I
don't
think
think
so
so.
too. I think so
I
too.
don't
But
think
you
so.
cannot. It's just. It does not look good on you as a fighter when you make that excuse.
I agree. I definitely
Yeah.
agree.
No,
when you make
you-
any excuse.
Yeah, you
Any
got to let
excuse.
somebody else say it for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Or,
That's-
or
that's me.
just don't
Second
fucking
form.
say it.
Yeah.
Work your
I
way.
agree.
Work your way into a rematch
It's
and
like-
go and destroy.
It's like what's his name? The guy that got his got kneed in the head by
Oh, Peter Yan.
yeah.
And
What's the other guy's name? Sterling?
Sterling. Yeah.
Dude, that guy's getting so annoying, justifying himself after the
Sterling or Young?
Yeah, Sterling.
Yeah. You got to be
I'm not saying
gracious. There
And
is
Sterling-
part of
hold
you
on.
that has to be gracious.
Sterling's
What is
going-
he-
You're taking your loss
He's
like a
just
man.
going on fucking
What's
he's
he
just
saying?
going on just like explaining how that happened and that Peter Yan should have known the rules and this and that.
Hey,
And
Cristobal,
it's
what's
like,
her name?
But he.
how do you guys not know that? That's Brittany Palmer.
Oh, that's Brittany Palmer. Is that
Okay,
really her?
hold up. Fight started,
There we
guys.
go. Yeah,
I gotta focus on this one.
Yeah, this is a good one.
I
All right.
really want to
Speaking
see.
of excuses, let's see if O'Malley.
Let's see
Yeah.
if O'Malley
Ooh,
delivers.
God damn, his
He got
He's
that good
coming out
reach,
hot.
though.
straight. That's straight.
His striking is really good.
His striking's very good, dude. I always compared him to McGregor. Just
It's
Yeah, he switches stance.
it's similar.
the way he moves. He's tricky. He throws a lot of kick. He mixes it a lot.
Yeah.
He's throwing that side kick to the thigh. Opened up with a side kick on a 1-2.
Yeah, maybe he'll
His
stay
hair
away
is
from the
so
round
colorful.
kicks. Yeah, maybe he'll stay away from the round kicks so he doesn't hurt his shin or his
Has
foot or
any-
whatever.
Maybe. Has anybody ever asked him why he does that rainbow on his hair?
They asked him. I don't remember what he said though.
It's pretty cool. He's putting some weight behind that left cross.
Well, he's knocked out like 4 or 5 fighters with it.
Sure.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like his
Yeah.
highlight reel.
For
And it is both sides too, right? Because he switches.
Yeah.
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 He's one of those guys that looks like a noodle but can bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, good
wow.
leg kick
That
by
was awesome.
O'Malley.
Almeida's got to grapple him or something.
Is that Almeida's game, grappling?
He has some good grappling, but it's definitely not Sean O'Malley's strength.
I gotta say, O'Malley looks like he's in a different weight division.
Yeah.
Like he just looks so much bigger than Almeida, taller, longer.
Yeah, Almeida looks pretty thick though.
These guys are 45 or 35.
40. No, it might be 35 actually.
Wait,
Yeah, I don't remember.
he got some color in that tattoo now too.
That's my year.
proud of
35. Yeah.
35?
Yeah.
I guess we'll find out in a bit. Good action so far. Yeah, I really want to see if that loss affected O'Malley mentally because he was
Ooh,
That
undefeated.
was good.
Nice spinning.
I mean, he
kick,
says
left
he still
cross.
feel undefeated.
True, but that doesn't. We need him to.
Oh,
That was good.
We need him to prove it.
Yeah,
He's letting Almeida get close there.
And I think that's what Almeida needs to be inside.
Well, he needs to get inside, dude. I mean, O'Malley's reach is twice as long, and he's doing a great job keeping him at the end of his strikes.
Constantly switching his stance too. So,
yep.
Running out of room.
I really like his style, man. I like creative guys like that. That's why I used to like watching Condit. In my opinion, I've never seen anybody mix it up as good as Condit. Like he threw stuff from every direction, every angle. Yeah. He mixed up his shots with his boxing and his kicks.
Yeah.
He was just really, really good at mixing it up. But then he just faded. What happened to Condit? Where'd he go?
He's actually at 10th Planet Albuquerque right now.
But like fighting wise, he fought. He lost
not recently though.
Yeah, he won. He came back.
Yeah. He won the interim belt.
He's actually going to fight Dan Hardy, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Dan Hardy's fighting. He retired.
He's going to come
heart
back.
Issue. Yeah,
he's going to come back to fight Condit, I think.
The last thing I remembered is he won the interim belt against Nick Diaz. This is years ago, obviously, and then he lost.
It's over.
And he just walks away. Oh, don't walk away, Sean. Finish him. Oh my God! So he drops him with a head kick and a left cross.
All it takes is one more.
Sat him down, walked away, and then Almeida got back up.
One more.
He's got a minute and 52
I want them to get to the Woodley fight.
Oh, nice.
Dude. I hope Almeida survives this round and just changes things up.
I don't think it's gonna happen,
bro. That spinning hook kick, Jesus Christ, that's nice.
Did you see how look away that?
See, man, you just can't.
O'Malley's not playing.
Oh, that's crazy. That look away.
He's not playing. He fighting like he got
now it's his ankle.
Right. He should not have walked away like that, man. Honestly, that's not smart.
Yeah, that's stupid.
That's not smart. He cracked him. The guy fell on his ass, and then he just walked away, and then the guy gets back up.
Until the referee stops.
Exactly.
Why would you not want to do that either?
The referee super necessary. For a minute, though.
Maybe
it doesn't matter.
Maybe
super
he's a
necessary.
Nice guy. He didn't want to give unnecessary punishment.
No,
I don't think so.
This guy.
No, he tried to do that Mark Hunt walk away, and it just didn't work. And he could have. He looked like he had a misstep a minute ago.
He's gonna survive the round now.
He is gonna survive it, dude. He looked at the clock.
He could have snapped his ankle on that misstep. Like
his lead leg is flat now.
Almeida's is
what?
Now Almeida's back in his face, dude. Now I kind of want to see a comeback from
Almeida. Dude. I want Almeida to win now.
I don't.
Like
that would just stir up pot.
I mean, I'm still a big O'Malley fan, but
striking. Really
another head kick. Jesus,
somebody throwing the towel.
Another head kick. Another head kick.
Ooh, that was close.
Dude, he's trying to Jean-Claude Van Damme that guy's head off.
He's trying to make a statement.
Oh,
he is trying to make a statement, but
in
doing so,
he got hit twice with the chin. Pretty.
In doing so, he costed himself a first round knockout.
He costed?
Yeah. He costed himself.
Cost? Is it cost? I think it's cost. Cost.
No, past tense.
Cost?
He cost himself?
Yes.
I'm going to Google this.
Yeah, because look, how much did it cost?
Yeah. How much did it costed?
It costed me that, thing that I bought costed me $50.
That's wrong.
I'm going to get my phone.
I'm Googling it right now.
I started editing books too right now. That's what I've been doing for like extra
there you
money.
Go.
So
we got an editor. Really? Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, for my sister. She has a company.
So you got to like read the whole book.
The whole thing.
Yeah. A few times too, probably, right?
Yeah.
Hey, at least it's a reason to read and make some money.
Exactly, dude.
Oh, you fuckers. It says here. Okay. Well, it's not totally incorrect.
I have a language degree.
So this is a Google search right here. All right, let's see it. Hold on, I can't do both these things at the same time. Okay. In the most common case, this is just off of Google. In the most common case, the past and past participle of cost are both simply cost.
Yeah.
Today it costs whatever. Blah 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 blah. In this case, the past participle is costed. We are having this problem because we failed to cost the shipping charges realistically.
See?
Round two, fellas.
Oh, round two.
Round two. That's more important.
Fuck grandma.
This I won that round.
Yeah.
Who do you think won the first round?
You guys thinking making to the third?
Do you think it was a 10-8 round?
I don't think so.
Not a 10-8. No.
That dude didn't get no strikes. He didn't touch O'Malley not once.
It's a 10-8.
You didn't touch him not once.
You're right.
No, he did touch him a few times. Yeah, he did.
I mean, if we're gonna get literal, maybe he touched him.
Well, like he did land some punches on him.
Do you want me to look up the definition of touch now?
No, I want the past participle
Ooh,
of touch.
Touch.
Not the past tense, but past participle. Sorry.
Touche.
Touche.
Dude, I mean, I just don't know how much more of this beating Almeida can take. I mean,
Yeah.
legs, head, body, he's eating everything.
And he's not really.
Well, you'd figure when you're fighting a guy that's that much taller than you with legs that long,
to the body.
you'd be drilling single legs for your entire fight camp. Or ankle
Maybe
picks.
he didn't feel he. Maybe
Wow.
he didn't feel he was gonna get
Bro, when you scream like that, you got to back away from the mic a little bit. You almost blew my eardrum out.
Maybe he didn't feel he was gonna get dominated by O'Malley.
In striking.
Oh my God, O'Malley, what are you doing? Or what did you do? What have you done? Did
He's
you
heavy
do?
on that
Did you
lead
do
leg
or
now.
have you done?
What have you done?
What?
No, what did you do?
I think
What did you do?
both. I think
Because
they both work.
it's
It's still ongoing.
yeah, it's past tense.
Right.
I think they're
What did
both
you do?
correct. What did you do? What have you done?
But that would be like over a
Oh.
period of time.
What have you done?
Yes. What have you done?
Well, it's not over.
Yeah, like you're constantly like
Yeah.
you worked up and you did.
Look, bro, you're Mexican. I'm Middle Eastern. What are we doing having this English literature conversation right now? I like to think that I have good grammar, though. Look, I have better grammar than most Americans. At least I know the difference between then and then, or effect and effect. I never mess those up. And I know,
Or your or you,
your and
you are.
your, oh my God, or there and there. Like when people mess those up in writing, I will drop a girl like that. If she texts me, I don't care how hot she is, bro. If she
Really?
texts me, oh my God, dude. That's
What about you,
an
Kemoy?
enormous. That's
You let
as
it
bad,
slide?
bro. That's
because I know I might be making that same mistake also. I'm not the best. I'm not the
Most definitely making that mistake. Let's just put it out there.
That's as bad as like a girl who smells bad. Or
Will you
something. That's-
drop a friend for that though?
Absolutely. I don't have.
Wow.
Yeah, be careful. We
Kemoy's not
text
gonna.
him.
Yeah, Kemoy, don't text Jimmy.
Come on, just call me. Just call me.
This fight
No.
seems to really be frustrating
No,
O'Malley. Man.
I won't.
Nowadays, right? He's kind of like
He want to
hating
He
himself.
want to finish
Yes.
it.
He's
That's
hating
all.
himself for that bullshit.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
won't drop a friend, but I will correct them.
Okay.
And
Yeah, this is his fight to
Consistently
lose.
until he drops me.
Wait,
that's got to be messing with his head right now, right?
It is. He's
like,
mind
It is
fucked.
for
He's
sure.
like,
it is.
damn.
He's pissed at himself.
Yeah, he's mad at
I
himself.
wanted a big comeback. I got it, but then I just let it go. Like I literally let it slip through
For
my hand.
bullshit. For bullshit.
Yeah.
And now I might win a decision, and I don't want to win a decision.
And he's limping.
And he, dude,
Yeah.
I mean, look, man, a couple of good leg kicks from Almeida. He could turn this
Mhm.
thing around.
It's a grapple.
He does need to grapple. Is he a badass grappler?
He's a better grappler.
Than O'Malley? Yeah, really? I guess we need to find out. Why did I, that
He's looking for the home run now.
I wonder how I would look if I dyed my hair like a rainbow like that.
Let's do it.
We should try.
Yeah.
One way to find out.
Next
Yeah.
podcast, dude. Get a bunch of hairspray. And just, you know that it's because of Newton that the rainbow now has 7 colors. Originally, it had 6. Isaac Newton had an affinity for the number 7, like a lot of people do, and he was like, no, it's not purple. It's what did he split it up to?
Magenta, no? Or no?
No. I'd have.
Oh!
O'Malley's on his ass.
I yelled in the mic because that was crazy.
That's okay.
yeah.
That's all right.
How did he drop him with the leg
He
kick?
tried to go with the flying knee.
I got
Oh, so
distracted
he
by the
fouled.
rainbow, and I didn't
Yeah.
even.
Well, it's
Yeah,
only
nigga.
10 seconds. I mean, he
He's
still
okay
won
now.
both rounds anyway.
For sure, he won the second round. But I mean,
He's
dude,
getting frustrated. Though.
like
He's
that,
definitely
man, it could have
frustrated.
costed him. All right,
Yeah.
second round is over. Went to O'Malley. Let me see.
Violet?
Violet, and something
I think
else.
it's violet.
Let me.
Teal.
Unorthodox since maybe Prince Ahmed in the 80s.
It's indigo and violet. That's it.
Indigo.
Indigo. That's
Teddy
the one I couldn't
Atlas.
think of. Yeah. So Isaac Newton was like, no, it's not purple. It's indigo and violet because he wanted it to be 7 colors because he likes the number 7. And because he's Newton, he can do it. But fuck him, he's dead. We should change it back.
Fuck that guy and what he's done for
Fuck
science.
Isaac Newton. I know, right?
Well,
Who is
fuck
he?
him and what he's done for humankind.
Him and his laws.
Yeah. Who does
No,
he think
look,
he
Laws
is?
of physics.
respect for all that. But it's like, why are we still gonna accept that the rainbow has 7 colors just because he said so? Like, that's not a scientific fact. That's purely
Yeah, but
an
now you're
opinion.
gonna mess up Roy G. Biv, bro. Don't
Who?
Wait, what?
Roy. Oh my God, bro.
I'm glad that you guys were as
Roy
confused as me.
G. Biv are the initials for all the colors of the rainbow.
Oh, I never knew that. Kind of like
Dude,
$10 worth of
I'm
colors.
finally gonna remember all. I just looked at it. Yes, red, orange, yellow. Roy G. Biff, green, blue, indigo, violet.
I thought it was like some like physicist. and
Dude,
shit.
Dude, yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, who the
Yeah, I
hell
thought it was a
Roy G. Biv?
scientist.
Dr. Roy G. Biv? Yeah,
You guys
I've
aren't reading
read
enough
it
Neil
before.
deGrasse Tyson, obviously.
Bro, we need a plan to bring Neil deGrasse Tyson on the show.
Dude.
Oh yeah, he's the best, dude.
And Brian Cox.
Do you know he was a wrestler?
Oh, dude, you got to watch Brian
Oh yeah,
Cox.
Neil deGrasse.
Yeah, you heard me made up his own move. It sounds like a lat drop, but he like called it like something that's called when a universe gets locked into like a black hole or something.
Damn.
Yeah, dude.
Was it good? Is it a good move?
Basically, it looks like a double overhook, like lat drop kind of suplex
Oh, okay.
over.
Damn.
But yeah,
Dude, I could talk to Neil deGrasse Tyson for 3 days straight.
yeah. Hey,
Well, I
Come
wouldn't
on.
be talking. I would just
You'd be listening
to
most
him.
of the time.
Right?
Yeah.
I just finished his master class.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, so good.
Dude.
Talks about objective truths and how to come to like real conclusions. It's so good, man. I was like super inspired. I was like using words that sounded real fucking smart for like a week.
Yeah.
You know, just getting in front of my jiu-jitsu class and talking about objective truths.
Dude, I love that. I always try to like touch some philosophy at the end of class.
Absolutely.
A lot of times it comes out pretty good. Every now and then when I'm like super tired,
Yeah.
I know I'm just talking out of my ass. I'm
Yeah,
just like,
I
oh,
know.
never mind. All right, guys, let's break on 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get out of
It's
here.
hilarious.
You ever like drive home like, man, that was stupid. I should have said
Yeah.
that. Yeah. It's like stand-up comedy where you bomb every once in a while.
Yeah,
Everybody's
I'll
like,
bomb
what
Dude,
are you
it.
talking
I
about?
went to the comedy club last night.
Yeah.
It was great, man. This guy, Joey Medina, was the
Heard of him.
Joe or Joey Medina was the main act, and he had the best vegan joke I've ever heard. He's like, I have a friend who's a
Oh, you should
vegan.
put it out there. That's his thing.
You're right,
Yeah. Let's say it offline just to keep it so that he's got his
but
thing.
it's probably on YouTube.
You're right.
Wait,
Well,
what,
probably
who's-
not.
see? It's just a joke. Like it's like his joke.
I'm actually promoting him.
It's his sentence or
All right, go with the joke. Let's do
Yeah,
it.
just do it.
Are you if a comedian's still doing an act, you're not supposed to talk about it?
Yeah, it's just
Did they allow recording though?
No.
I mean, you're not.
Oh yeah, then you definitely can do it. then.
I
but I'm
think you could say
I'm
it.
citing my source,
Yeah, just say it, bro.
Yeah, you're citing your source. Shout out to what's his name?
Joey Medina.
Joey Medina. You're a badass. Here's your joke.
He has a great vegan joke.
Let's
you
hope that
you got to go watch him if you want to
Jimmy,
hear it.
Jimmy can live up to it. Let's
Oh,
hear it.
come on, Jimmy. Tell it to me.
He don't want to get that email.
Well, I don't
from
know. Now
YouTube.
you guys are worried.
He's paranoid.
Yeah. I've had a few copyright claims
Censored.
already.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Not a copyright strike though. Just like I played a clip one time of this crab eating its babies. Have you guys ever seen that clip?
No.
Dude, it's gnarly.
You want to play it?
Yeah, I was like, play that
2 strikes.
shit. Crab was eating his babies.
Oh my god, bro, you got to watch it because I guess when crabs have babies, they have thousands of them, and they're tiny. They're like a grain of rice, a little bit bigger maybe. And then the mother crab is just standing over them and just eating them like popcorn, just with
Oh
both
my
hands,
God.
just
Crazy.
eating them like popcorn, dude. Yeah, it's vicious.
Why does that happen? Just because they're
Because they're fucking crabs, bro. They're
They're stupid crabs.
they're crabs.
And to think people eat crabs every day.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, eat them.
they're eating
Fuck 'em.
cannibals.
You know what I heard
I don't
is
feel
that
bad.
you know what I
eating
heard
crab.
is in Florida, where they eat a lot of crab. They do this what they call
Oh.
very responsible.
He
Oh, he's
again?
hurt.
Come
He's
on,
hurt.
O'Malley.
Oh, it's over.
It's over.
Oh, he
Third
got-
round
with
knockout.
1
Nice
minute
job.
left, bro.
Oh, he was getting frustrated.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I think
dude.
he kneed him or something.
He
and
hit
he
him
had to roll
hard.
I
back,
didn't see
yeah.
it either.
Because it looked like he had a tie clinch trip.
Yeah, I thought he tripped him.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
So they do this thing where like one season they'll collect the crabs and they'll harvest their left legs and put them back in the water. and then they grow them back, and then the next season they'll harvest them and grow the right. Then they'll collect the right legs or something like that.
I didn't know they grew
So
back
that-
their limbs.
That's what I heard. Ask Juan, dude. We got to bring Juan on the show. He probably knows.
Yeah, he would know.
I really want to pick his brain about bioluminescence. I'm fascinated with that topic.
Yeah,
And I just found out yesterday that there are bioluminescent mushrooms.
Ooh.
Like what the hell? Like
do
there,
they have psilocybin?
I don't know what they have, but a mushroom that makes its own light. Like what? It's fascinating.
Did you know-
They're
did you
bright.
know
They're
there are
bright
more-
neon
There are
green.
more species of mushrooms than animals in the animal kingdom.
I'm sure. Yeah. Which is why mushrooms are terrifying to eat. When you find them out in nature,
Yeah.
you're like
You gotta
this.
really
You're
know
like
what
this.
you're doing.
This thing
What
could give me.
happened? I missed it.
This thing could give me superpowers, or it could turn me into a zombie.
Or kill me.
Yeah, you have no idea. It could
Oh.
paralyze you. It could poison you. It could. You could emerge out of that.
Or what about like
You could start
cows?
playing piano the next day.
What
You
about
never know.
cows? I could eat them and then they poop and then like the mushrooms will still grow out of their shit, right?
Well, that's where psychedelic mushrooms come from primarily, I believe. Or that's one
Yeah, I
type
think
of
so.
psychedelic mushrooms that.
How
That's,
cool is that? You
that's
get
why.
eaten,
That's why the
and then you're
police.
still,
That's why the
like,
police
evolving
have to
and growing.
guard the cow farms over here because people go over there and steal the shit, so they can grow mushrooms.
Really?
Yeah.
Good for them.
Dude,
God
that would be
bless.
cool. Yeah, fuck yeah, they should let them.
Imagine you're a cop. You're like, I gotta guard cow shit. Like that sucks, dude. That sucks.
Just to prevent
Sean
people
O'Malley
from,
with the knockout.
just to
Yeah.
prevent people from
How
making
silly!
mushrooms.
How silly is that,
Who
right?
dies from? No, you can't die from mushrooms.
Even if you die from a mushroom, who gives a fuck? You know how many people die riding motorcycles? We let them ride motorcycles. The focus on drugs, on banning drugs, is these politicians always come out and they talk about the safety of drug consumption. And in my opinion, safety is not the issue. It should not be the focus of this conversation because as an adult, you can engage in all kinds of unsafe activities. And it's just understood that any adult engaging in those activities
they're
is
responsible.
aware of the risks.
Also one too.
And so it's nobody's business to go tell somebody that you can't do that because it might not be safe.
It's like why
Also
can they
with the
drink
one, too.
alcohol then?
See
Well,
that?
exactly. Or ride motorcycles or fly in a balloon or any of these things. Why do we allow people to go dive with sharks? How many people die from shark bite every year? All these things that people do are not safe. They're pretty dangerous, but they can do them.
So you think there's like another or like a real reason why?
I don't know, man. I don't know enough about the topic. I mean,
Conspiracy theories.
well, I just don't.
Conspiracies.
I like. I hear so many people say so many different things, and I just don't really know.
Like they don't want the masses to be enlightened.
I mean, is that it? Like,
Maybe not.
or like if everybody in America started taking mushrooms, are we all of a sudden going to become like what would happen? What's going to happen to America if more people start taking mushrooms? We're going to
think
be
it's
we're going
already
to be more creative. Maybe we're
I
going to
think
be.
it's already happening. This like revolution.
We're probably going to be
going
more
on.
loving. I think that'd be a good thing. People are just going to.
I think depression would probably go down
It
too.
would help depression for sure. I think people would be hugging a lot more. I mean,
So
I don't know.
now that weed is like becoming legal slowly, state by state by state.
Bro, when it becomes legalized federally, we're gonna get blazed on the podcast.
Oh, down.
We're gonna
I'm
like
down
we're
to try
gonna
that for the
dude
first
like
time.
yeah, oh dude, we're gonna be in here just taking smoking joints for 3 hours.
Oh God.
We're not gonna know where we're at after about like 45 minutes in.
I'm gonna start pressing buttons too. I'm just gonna be like,
Yeah. I mean, why not? We'd have to do it at least one time. I'm not, it's not my thing to like, I don't consume anything regularly that's mind altering, whether it's alcohol or anything. It's just not my thing.
that's good.
I like to be in control. I like to, once like my boundary for drinking whenever I go out and I have a few drinks is like the second I get that buzz in my head, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm probably about to get stupid, and then I stop drinking. That's always my
Have you
limit.
gotten
Like,
stupid? Is that what it is?
no, never because of that.
You probably won't.
Never.
Will never get stupid then.
Right,
I get really
because
stupid.
yeah, because I monitor it. I don't allow myself to get
Dana
that
White's
far.
busted his balls for not knocking him out.
Of course, dude, that was
Machine Gun
dumb.
Kelly.
Machine Gun Kelly. Wait,
Megan
Machine Gun
Fox.
Kelly is
Dating Megan Fox.
Yeah.
Good for him.
who's
They're
this
like
guy?
in love.
So, it's only
Is that
super
Pitt?
famous
Who's that guy?
people.
Travis
Kourtney
Barker?
Kardashian with Travis Barker.
Wait, are they in Vegas right now?
Yeah.
Oh, they already allowing fans. Limited though.
Yeah,
Some
which-
fans, right? They're not full,
Yeah.
are they?
Oh, I didn't even know they was doing. I know in Florida for that
People
card
don't even
they.
give a shit about fights.
Yeah, Florida, it's like the biggest selling
I-
event. Like in the
Oh,
history
they're
of
gonna
that
do the
area.
first full
It's
audience
already
in
sold.
Florida.
In
Sold
the
out already.
history of
Minutes.
Right.
that stadium, it's like the biggest selling.
Good.
I've heard a lot of people talk about Florida never locked down. They never
didn't,
had capacity limitations at restaurants. They never closed their clubs. They never gave a shit. They're
Florida
like,
is dangerous as hell, man.
how so?
Every time I'm online, I see some crazy story. It's from somebody from Florida. I was reading
That is true.
I was reading an article. Some father killed his son for eating the last cheesecake or something. From Florida.
From Florida.
Oh wow!
I remember. I think it was last time I saw something from Florida. It's got to be like 20 years ago. A kid took his son to a gun show and let him shoot an automatic Uzi, and the kick up went up and shot his son in the face and killed him.
Florida, man.
It's Florida. Oh my god, dude! Come on, Woodley. I like Woodley.
Hey, man.
I think it's
this
time
might
to
be
go.
his last fight if he doesn't
Yeah.
win this one.
It's true.
He's
Pressure
on
is
a-
on.
The
He's on a
pressure is on.
3-fight losing
Maybe
streak. Is
4,
that right?
right?
Yeah.
3 or 4, one
So-
of them.
Somebody told me he's lost the last 15 rounds.
Yeah,
in
he
a row.
haven't won a single round.
Jesus Christ!
This guy, he don't even move his hands no more. He just not doing anything.
He just stands there. Yeah.
Hey, it's telling me I need to grab a Modelo, and I have 2 minutes.
You better go. Get
I better do it.
one. Yeah.
Give me one.
I don't have Modelo, but whatever's in the fridge, man. Help
Hey,
yourself.
dude. Oh no, you have those seconds.
I have Dos Equis, I got Budweiser, I got some Michelobs. I'm good, dude. I'm
You
good.
I'll take one of those. There's like a golden organic beer that he has in there.
Organic beer.
It's organic, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't even notice.
Vegan too.
Yeah, beer is vegan.
Probably is.
Who what? Who are these guys? Anyways, what were we talking about?
Mortal Kombat.
I have no idea.
I forgot.
The silence is brought
So
to
who's
you
next?
by
Is it the main event?
It's not Cole with Woodley.
Woodley's
Oh, no,
next.
it's
I honestly
Oh,
think
we're talking about Woodley.
I think this time I believe Woodley gonna do better in this fight, mainly because all those people Woodley lost to was all wrestlers. I think that was in his mind. He didn't want to throw, he didn't want to kick because he was fear of being taken down. But this opponent right here is more of a striker, so I feel like he'll be more comfortable to let his hands go.
We'll see. I don't know.
What's going on April 3rd?
I just think that you guys have a tournament.
We do?
We were
Yes.
trying to book a podcast, remember, with Juan, and you said that you guys were out on a tournament.
Oh, that's
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I just feel like he was so explosive and he was so dangerous when he would catch people. Like I still remember that who's the what's his name? The guy he knocked out where he punched him and the guy like fell into a squat.
Oh,
Josh
Koscheck.
Koscheck.
Yeah.
I remember that knockout and I'm like, damn, like Woodley throws some bomb. Oh, there it is. There it is.
They just showed it.
he towards the end he was.
But then
once
he
he was champion, he wasn't really.
He just became
trying to
stiff.
finish.
You know what I think it is, man? He knows that he only has about 2 rounds of fight in him before he gasses. And when you're planning for a 5-round fight as a champion, you have to account for that duration. And you got to realize, like, if I don't knock this guy out in the first 2 rounds, I'm probably going to lose the decision because I'm not going to be able to fight rounds 3, 4, and 5. I mean, he's such a powerful guy. And when you have that much power, that comes at a cost. And the cost is you're going to run out quickly.
Definitely. Ooh.
Jeez. I mean, look at that. Was that Robbie Lawler?
That was Robbie Lawler.
He knocked out Robbie Lawler? Damn, dude. He's just got to play his game, man. Like at this point, I feel like, you know what? You go in, you try to take somebody's head off
He's
or
got
just,
nothing to lose anymore.
yeah, exactly. Like how it can't get much worse. So just go in and try to take somebody's head off. It's a 3-round fight. You like, no matter how explosive you are, everybody can fight hard for 10 minutes for the first 2 rounds. He might slow down in the third, but if he's
10 minutes is a lot of time.
if
bro.
he's actually, but it's 5-5. If you're actually in shape and you're a UFC champion and you have good breathing and good composure, you ought to be able to fight hard for 10 minutes. No?
I hope so. Yeah. Just you got to pace yourself.
Well, sure. Like, yeah, of course. I mean, that's why a heavyweight throws X amount of punches around and a lightweight throws X amount of punches around. And if a heavyweight comes out and tries to throw as many punches as a lightweight, they're not going to last, right? You see this in boxing. Like, you can actually look at the average of punches that a heavyweight throws, and it's like a third of what a lightweight throws.
Yeah. What do you think about boxing right now? I was talking to Kemoy yesterday about this. It's just like, this just says so much about boxing, how the sport as athletes and like, promotion companies and stuff is sucking so bad that everyone is pumped about a YouTuber versus a wrestler fight. And then everyone's pumped about Tyson going to fight Holyfield again.
Well,
pumped about Oscar de la Hoya coming out of retirement. That's what everyone in the boxing
I'm not
loves
that
boxing is pumped about. And nobody cares about Canelo fights. No one cares about any of the other guys' fights. What happened to Triple G? When was the last time? When is he going to fight again?
I was pumped about Mike Tyson coming back just because he's such an icon.
But it says a lot about the whole boxing.
No, even if boxing was incredible, even if it's the way it was in the 90s, you're still going to be pumped to see Mike Tyson come back just because it's Mike Tyson.
Yeah, maybe you're right. But like, for example, in MMA, when Tito Ortiz was decided to come back and fight Chuck Liddell, But Tito Ortiz was never.
They don't have the charisma.
Look, in 15 years, if George St. Pierre is going to come back and fight Nick Diaz, everybody's tuning in.
Yeah, if they're both still with it.
Yeah, kind of. Maybe.
So I'm just giving an example. So John Jones, Daniel Cormier in 15 years, everybody's tuning in.
In 15
everybody's tuning, or 20 years when they're 55.
I think in MMA it's different, bro.
Everybody's tuning in.
What is it you think that's making everybody tune in for those fights?
It's just the like the Mike Tyson Holyfield fight.
Yeah.
It's Mike Tyson, man. Like he's a superstar.
Those were moments in history.
I also enjoyed watching his last fight.
But you remember back in the day, that was all there was.
No,
and
but so also
nostalgia. There is a level of nostalgia to that.
Yeah, for sure. That's all it was. But also, they were actually legit fighting, not like boxing nowadays.
That's true. But now think about this though. How much of it is we see Mike Tyson as a personality now, and seeing the growth of him as a person from being this guy who went to prison, he came out, he's made all these changes in his life. He's going around like the UFC flies him everywhere. So he's on everything.
And he's like on shrooms all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like literally, dude, I think like almost every day he does shrooms.
No shit.
Yeah. So
I was told that if you do a ton of mushrooms, like if you take some crazy amount, like 30 grams or something, those effects, the guy described it, he said the tracers will never go away. Like something snaps in your brain and it never goes away. Like if you take, I don't know.
I know somebody who was telling me about that one of their close friends did something like that, like took mushrooms on a mountain. It took so much that they never fully recovered.
Right. Like that's what I was told. Like if you take,
in a bad way.
If you take 4 or 5 grams or 6 grams, you once it's metabolized and out of your system, you're back to normal. But if you take some crazy amount, like 30 grams, like I was told there's a guy on YouTube who takes 30 grams of mushrooms. I don't understand. I got to look it up, but that's what this guy was telling me. Like there's a guy who's documented, I think, that he's taken 30 grams of mushrooms, and those effects never go away. Something snaps in the brain because you loaded it with so much psilocybin. I'd love to talk to somebody. I'd love to talk to somebody who not money, bro. Money in excess. Look at Conor McGregor. You can't be too rich, too beautiful, too strong.
Look at Conor McGregor. Yes, you can, bro. Look at all the top.
Okay, you can't have more wealth than intelligence. That would be a problem. But you could be Elon Musk.
Right. But it's going to get to a point where it's too much, and then you get like power hungry, and this is ruining you.
Maybe. That's when you need to do mushrooms.
Touche.
Fight's about to start. Let me see. I was trying to bet on this fight, but I don't know.
Who you betting on?
What are the odds? -240 favorite.
Woodley's the underdog.
How is he the favorite?
What? What do you mean?
I would put like
Vegas odds are very rarely off too, man.
I would put $50 on Woodley.
Woodley. Yeah.
Really?
So you think today's the day that he's gonna?
Well, just because the odds are, I don't think this guy should be a favorite by a lot.
He looks big.
I mean,
man.
based on Woodley history, people don't believe in him no more.
They don't have to believe in him, bro.
Then
He's
how
gotta
you
believe
get
in
bet
himself.
if you don't believe in somebody?
Right? I'll bet. Can you
Come
bet
on,
yourself?
Woodley.
I don't think
Come
you
on,
bet.
man.
Dude, he's a jacked 170. He should just leave the UFC and go bodybuild.
Or rap how he's doing.
Like
Isn't
his
that what he's doing?
his waist and his shoulders and his legs,
Bodybuild.
he could definitely be a bodybuilder. And he's got the musculature to do it, bro. If this guy just started eating and lifting a lot, dude. I mean, look at his physique. He looks like Yoel Romero.
Not really.
Yoel's a big.
I mean, he's smaller than Yoel, but they have the same kind of
Yeah, they do.
structure.
Kind of looks
Right.
like Kemoy.
Bro, Yoel, yeah.
I'm
Body
trying
type.
to convince Kemoy to grow that beard back, man. That thing
Yeah,
is-
grow the beard,
I
dude.
mean,
Hey, why
I
don't you ever grow the full beard?
He did. Remember
I
when he
had,
did?
I had a full beard.
Yeah. You just didn't
Like
notice.
me or Andy?
Oh
No.
no, not that deep.
No, it was
Dude, he
big.
got-
It was big, dude. It was
Dude,
like
he
it
gotta
was
grow- he gotta
Viking. I
grow
would.
the Rick Ross.
Hey, what's her name?
He got honorary
know.
Viking status on that beard. Kemoy did.
Oh.
Here we go. Here we go.
I think Woodley might take this one because Woodley has a beard and the other guy doesn't.
Oh!
Yeah, he's coming out swinging.
Oh, he's not playing this time.
He's
No.
coming out swinging.
Those are
Tell
really
you.
good double unders. Inside trip, please.
We said the same
It's
thing.
because
Yeah.
he's not with the fighting that wrestler.
But
no
you
more.
also
He's
don't want to
comfy.
be too eager.
Yeah.
But he's
never be
going for the
too eager.
takedown.
Oh,
See,
he sucked him into the 50-50.
oh, Woodley
Head
already
placement.
Woodley
I
already-
love that
Woodley
head
already-
placement.
burnt half his gas tank.
Damn, already?
And now the other guy has him on the cage. Luke has him on the cage, tied up. That's exactly
Luque.
where he wants Woodley. Wear out his arms in the first few minutes.
Those shoulder
And
punches.
that
are
was
coming
nice.
in, huh?
Dude, what if headbutts were legal when you're in the clinch on the
Oh,
cage?
it would be
that.
everything would.
You push somebody up against the cage and just
Yeah.
hit him with your forehead? You'd end that fight quick, bro.
Oh,
You'd end that
Oh.
fight quick.
That is a lot of head wrestling, man.
Yeah.
I love that. The head
Yeah.
placement underneath the chin.
For sure. That's so I always think that like if Bruce Lee came back to life right now, you put him in the UFC, he'd be
get
fighting,
choked the
he'd be
fuck out.
in the UFC, yes, but what if you just had a straight up fight, no holds barred? He could eye gouge, he could groin kick.
That
Like
wasn't his thing.
Yeah, no.
that was Bruce Lee's thing, man. Eye gouges and groin kicks. Have you read any of his books? He talks about practicing eye
Bro,
gouges and groin kicks.
So I trained with one of Bruce Lee's students,
Woodley's tired.
Tim Tackett.
Oh.
uh-huh.
And so it was during the thing, dude. And they train with a lot of Korean war vets and stuff, dude. And and he taught us a bunch of the eye gouges that they used.
Uh-huh.
Because he's like really close to dying, and not like he's just older, and he's just like, man, everybody's dead except for me. So if I don't show this stuff to you guys, nobody's gonna know it. And he showed us all kinds of nasty stuff, dude, and it was pretty gnarly.
I think that in the UFC, Bruce Lee wouldn't stand a chance.
No.
He wouldn't even be top 10.
But he wasn't really a super, like, even Chuck Norris says, like, he's like, they're like, oh, could you beat him? And Chuck Norris is like, I was competitively fighting in karate. He was like, no, like he wouldn't stand a chance. He just had a really good mind.
Who wouldn't stand a chance?
Bruce Lee wouldn't
Bruce
stand
Lee,
a chance
yeah.
Against Chuck Norris?
No.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was more of a showman, really. Like he was super fast. He would do
More of
all,
an actor.
he would put on these shows where like
He never really competed, did he?
punches kicks a guy and like sends him back 10 feet. And I mean, that's amazing. Like his movement was super clean for sure. And that was great. But yeah, I don't know if there's any real footage of him fighting. I think he'd get murdered in the UFC.
By Sean O'Malley too.
Probably. Yeah, I mean, of course I'd bet on
Yeah.
Sean O'Malley.
But
against
I'm
Bruce
going
Lee
to tell
for
you this,
sure.
though. The idea of mixed martial
Oh,
arts itself
shit.
wouldn't.
Oh, Woodley
he's-
lands a big right hand. What's that, Jesse?
I said the idea of mixed martial arts wouldn't exist, though, if it wasn't for him.
I agree.
So regardless of how
Oh! Woodley gets clipped.
Oh, he's hurt.
Woodley's hurt bad.
His legs are stiff.
Oh, he's wobbled. Woodley.
Oh, he's super wobbled,
Woodley's
bro.
super wobbled.
Oh,
and
it's over. It's over.
oh, Woodley, no.
He can't recover.
Oh, my
shit,
goodness.
No!
Oh, they're going to stop the fight. Whoa.
Oh,
Dude, what? I've never seen anything like that.
come on, Woodley.
Woodley's holding on to the cage
fuck,
just to
bro.
stand up.
Body, head.
fuck.
Why didn't that guy
Oh, he just
move
got
in
knee
for
in
the
the head,
kill?
too.
He did.
Oh, it's
He
over.
has been
He's going to
choke
stop him right here.
He's going to
He's
choke him.
He's- Going for the
Get
choke might be a mistake.
Get flat. Now he's gonna
Yeah,
get it.
you're
Going
right.
for the choke might be a
No,
mistake.
but he's got it.
But he pulled him into side control. Why did he pull him on top of him?
He's got it. He's got that angle. He's got it right here.
True. I mean, he got
that's
the
tighten
leg.
it. That's
It's over.
tighten it.
Yep. He
Him
got
going
the
against
leg. He's gonna put him out. He's gonna put him out.
Oh,
Woodley's going out.
Yeah,
Woodley
yeah.
taps.
No.
Yep. Oh.
He's gotta retire, dude. He's gotta retire.
Damn. He
Oh,
probably
the
says,
zombie. Those zombie walks are funny.
Oh, dude.
bro.
Wow.
I don't know about funny, bro. That was difficult to watch.
That was,
That was kind of
Check it out.
funny, bro.
Like I've never seen anybody wobble that bad. Walk around the cage, hold on to the fence, throw a punch, hold on to the fence.
The reason why it was hard for me to watch because it looks like Woodley was really trying.
Yes.
He
was,
came
for
out,
sure.
he switched it up. He was throwing hands, but it's that time. He's almost 40. It's just
Yeah.
Stick to
young man's
rapping.
game,
It
man.
is.
Okay, I want to hear from each of you individually.
I'm going to interrupt each one of you when you no.
I'll start with you, Jesse. Stipe versus Ngannou. How's it going to go down?
I think that Ngannou is getting better and better every fight. I think this is his best chance of beating Stipe.
So you think you're
I'm gonna
thinking
go with
Ngannou's
Ngannou.
going to get it?
Yeah.
I think that I'm curious to see how the smaller cage is going to play a part in this
Okay. You think
because
it's going to help or harm him?
I think it's going to help Ngannou because Stipe needs more room to move
To
around
move,
him.
yeah.
If he rushes Stipe, I think
And we've seen Stipe make mistakes and get knocked out before.
yeah.
So I just think that Ngannou is such a strong, fast athlete, dude, that I
How
think
did
he's gonna have trouble.
Stipe beat him last time?
I wrestled him.
Decision, I believe.
I maneuvered him.
Am I right?
Yeah,
it
decision.
was
Yeah.
decision.
How many fights has he had since?
Stipe?
Stipe?
No,
Like-
Ngannou?
Like
I
a
think
a
freaking
lot.
3, 4.
I'll look it up.
Three or
While
four, he's a lot
Stipe fighting once a year.
exactly. That can make a huge difference, man.
True.
It's like is Stipe
Well, it's
going
just
to
a
make the
completely different
adjustments?
fighter, right?
Yeah.
But then again,
What are you
how
looking up?
I'm looking up Francis's record. So here it
I think
is.
he only lost once.
Let me see here. Oh, his last. No, that's up next. So when did he lose to Stipe? Let me see. Okay, so he lost to Stipe back in 2018, January 2018, by unanimous decision. Then he lost to Derek Lewis by unanimous decision. Then he knocks out Curtis Blades, knocks out Cain Velasquez, knocks out Junior Dos
Come
Santos,
on, bro.
knocks out
Rosenwick.
Rosen's
I don't know.
somebody. He knocks out somebody.
Stipe is
Dude,
on-
it's like look at his wins, dude.
And
Every win is a knockout except one Kimura against
and Stipe is only
Anthony
fought
Hamilton.
Daniel Cormier 3 times after that.
He's lost 2 decisions and he's got 15 wins, 13 of which are knockouts, I think, from what I can see here.
Man,
That's
anyway.
anyway. All right, so Cristobal, your turn. How do you think Stipe Ngannou is going to play out?
I think as the fight goes on, Stipe has more of a chance of winning, but at the beginning, Ngannou is going to come out guns blazing. And
If
I
you're a
pick-
betting man,
if I had to pick, I would probably bet on Ngannou.
Ngannou like first round
Winning.
knockout,
Oh shit, I have to go that. Second round.
second round knockout, and
Second
what-
round. So I'm a big betting man, so disqualification. I'm just playing. Yeah, like a TKO, I guess.
So you're thinking Ngannou by TKO or Stipe by what decision,
Yeah,
submission,
yeah.
ground and pound?
or like in the last round, TKO, like Ngannou all gassed out and Stipe just like piecing him up.
So basically, what you're saying is you have no fucking clue what's going to
Yeah.
happen.
I'm always like that.
Just right now, dude. We got
always
a
have
gun
it.
to Jimmy's head. You got to pick Ngannou.
I would still be like, Ngannou's good. Just go off on this thing.
Yeah.
So like me and
You're like,
people-
well, Ngannou could knock him out, or Stipe could knock him out.
yeah, Stipe's really good too. So sorry, Jimmy. No, well, Fito and I always have those debates. Like, who do you got? And it's just like, oh man, like I really like this guy, and I think, or I really think this guy's gonna win, but I want this guy to win. We always have like who we think is gonna win and who we want to win.
Yeah,
and it's
It's so hard because your heart's always involed.
Yes.
Of course,
Because you're committed to like certain fighters, dude. Oh.
Like anytime Tony Ferguson fights, we know that Quito's gonna want him to win.
Yeah,
Of course.
You're
all right.
not. Okay.
Well, I like him, but I mean, it depends on who he's fighting.
He comes off really crazy.
He is.
He is.
Yeah,
He is.
yeah,
He is crazy.
yeah.
I've heard a lot.
I like watching him use that Wing Chun dummy though.
Yeah, I
like,
love that, bro.
that's
He's
cool.
actually like, you can see it in his fights sometimes
It's there.
too, a little
It's
bit.
there. Yeah,
And I'm like, damn, I think I want one of those.
yeah, dude.
Dude, they're
expensive
cool.
as hell though.
They're cool.
Are
They're
they?
cool.
Bro,
Yeah.
don't I'll build one. Just
You
find
build one?
me a tree.
All right, got you, bro.
Build one.
Do it.
Nail clipper.
No, the Wing Chun dummies are cool. I got into that for a little bit when I watched Ip Man.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
started practicing on a Wing Chun dummy, and I was like, this shit hurts.
Yeah.
Dude,
Like,
I
wanna do
was
this
I was
anymore.
showing one of my students how we do that in jiu-jitsu.
We do.
You know, like the framing,
Right.
going under, getting your underhook, pummeling, just pushing away, framing, just
Yep.
making space across the neck, using your elbows and stuff like that. We do that all in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
It's funny, like there's like some moves and we call it kung fu move.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey guys, we call it kung fu move, but it's probably not even from kung fu, but we do this thing is
It just
real.
looks kung
Yeah.
fu-ish.
Like, as much as we want to be like, all that stuff is fake, dude. This is real. I do that all the time in jiu-jitsu.
One of the best things I found for my grip fighting was when I started doing Kali.
Oh,
like
really?
Filipino martial arts, because like it's all of it is it's three hands on one thing. So it's a hand-eye coordination thing where you're focusing on your speed. And so like anytime somebody tries to grip my gi, I'm always protecting basically a triangle of my center line. And so nobody ever grabs the gi because I'm always able to just block it. It's really weird.
When they grab, that's one hand and both of your hands on that.
Yeah. Well, basically what I'm saying is you put three hands on theirs before that one hand reaches.
But you only got two hands. So
I was saying 1, 2, 3.
He's got a big dick.
I got a big dick.
Or he's like that Adam Sandler movie.
Yes. Yeah. One. Yeah.
What's that? Zohan. He's the Zohan. He's kicking it with his feet.
movie, bro. That was a good movie.
Almost gives you superpowers.
Yeah. You remember watching Marcelo when he does it? It's like almost like the Kung Fu Chi Sao when the way he navigates the hands. It's a sensitivity drill. If you watch Marcelo, he puts hands on and he waits to see where you're bringing it to misdirect it, so that the arm drags.
Oh, I love arm drags.
Yeah, that's how he gets the arm drag. Is he puts the hands on, so when you drive the force, he just redirects it and then pulls it for the arm drag. And it's literally the same thing in Kung Fu as they do. It's called Chi Sao. I think it's actually Wing Chun Chi Sao.
Well, Wing Chun Kung Fu. All right, so Kemoy, who's gonna win? Stipe versus Ngannou.
As much as I want Francis to win, I think Stipe gonna win only because he's more well-rounded, and I feel like it's gonna take way more time to get Francis to be up with the wrestling. Yes, Francis has been active, he's been fighting, but how many of those fights actually went to the second round? He haven't really been tested in the grappling department yet. Stipe can come out there, he can use his speed, he can move around, make Francis miss, he can drag the fight out to make it go to the later rounds, get him tired, and get him up against the cage and outwork him.
Basically what he did last fight, right?
Pretty much.
That's
I mean,
good.
I don't want that to happen, but if I was Stipe, I would do the same exact thing that I did last time.
Yeah.
But see, that's why they say in the rematch is the guy that lost has an advantage, right? Because he could make he's gonna make adjustments and a different version of him is gonna come. And the guy that won is gonna try to do the exact same thing.
Yeah, but think about it, Francis still
necessarily.
gonna try to be swinging
Yeah,
crazy to
obviously
take
not
your head
Is
off.
this main event time?
Yes,
Oh,
it is main event time.
Wow. Oh,
It's
right.
going fast,
Yeah,
right?
it is.
It's because
There was a lot of knockouts.
fights. I think fights was cut.
Some
That's
fights-
why.
Yeah, some fights fell through.
Okay.
What do you mean?
Because that title fight, the co-main event, that was supposed to be a title fight with Brian.
Volkanovski.
Yeah,
But-
that was supposed to be a 5-round fight. So that could have been another 25 minutes added to this if they didn't cut it.
Gotcha.
Well, I mean, true, but I mean, there was just a lot of finishes. I think.
So who's
Yeah, that too.
who else? Now the other fight is King Kong and Godzilla. What do you guys got?
Dude, I have
King Kong,
I have
probably
a
way better
one for you.
grappler too. If
He's a better
King Kong
grappler.
takes Godzilla's back, he's done.
Yeah, but you got the
Godzilla's a lot
radioactive.
bigger, though.
Yeah,
But
Godzilla's
who's
bigger.
supposed to be the good guy and the bad guy in that situation? Or
I
they
think
both just
Godzilla-
trying to destroy shit?
King Kong's the good guy, right?
Yeah, no, I think Godzilla's a good guy.
Doesn't he?
'Cause
Doesn't
he's always saves the world with the radioactive shit with the other demons and shit.
Then
doesn't King Kong have a thing for that lady?
Oh,
In the movie,
Oh,
doesn't
yeah,
he?
yeah.
Doesn't he have a
wrong
girlfriend?
King Kong movie, bro.
No, doesn't he have a girl?
Yeah,
There's
that's
like
like-
some.
he's
That's
right.
the
There's
original
right?
King
some
Kong,
blonde woman, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know if that's in this though.
I
So
don't
King
know.
Kong likes a blonde woman?
She
Yeah.
likes him.
Oh, damn. I bet she does.
She wants that King Kong.
King Kong ding dong.
She's
She wants the manga.
Jenna Jameson ain't got shit on her. Oh man, I always play out the scenario in my head of like 100 samurai versus 100 Dothraki. You seen Game of Thrones?
Dothraki, what the hell is that?
You haven't seen Game of Thrones?
Those warriors. Those are the ones that cut their dick off, right? So they can
No, those are the Unsullied.
Oh, okay.
But hey-
you gotta catch up on Game of Thrones, man.
Yeah.
The
You
got
Unsullied
to.
too. The Unsullied are badass.
I mean, they cut their dick off so they can be better warriors. You gotta take them seriously.
I don't know if I want to watch that.
See, I'm Irish. We don't have to do that, dude.
I'm Mexican, bro. Massive warrior, man. We don't do that shit.
No, I think
Oof.
it's a fun thing to think about.
I
but
love,
it's
I
also
love
Cutting
the
your
Game of
dick off?
Thrones, man.
no.
Oh.
The Dothraki versus
Samurai.
samurai. What'd you say?
I love the Game of Thrones.
Oh, dude, me too.
When I
Look at
first,
that.
when I first was told about it,
That's
I tried
good.
to watch. I watched one episode, and I was like, this
Yeah,
is
so
boring.
I watched one and I turned it. I was like,
Yeah, but then there was just so much hype. I just really wanted to get into it.
Yeah.
So I started watching it more, and I'm like, yo,
yeah,
Dude,
I got 8 seasons of this.
Yeah.
Let's go.
if you get 3 episodes into it,
yeah, it's better.
it's dude,
Is
you're
that what it takes? 3
you're not-
episodes?
not even for me an episode and a half. Yeah, but if you get the 3, dude, like it goes against all traditional story writing.
Guy's hands are.
There's no like you think, oh, this is the main character, so he must end up victorious in the end, and then he gets killed, and you're like, whoa, that guy just got killed, and then you're like, oh, okay, well, that's the main character now who's gonna be the king, and then that guy gets killed, and you're like, what the fuck?
Oh,
You're
right.
like, what's going on? The whole time what you normally like, look, when you watch a movie, from the get-go, you can tell like, okay, this is the guy. He's gonna go through a part of the movie where he's gonna look like he's about to be defeated, then he's gonna have a comeback, and then he's gonna end up winning. Right? That's how story writing normally
Sure.
goes.
And they're based on books too, so usually they have some kind of like overlapping theme, right? Does it
What do you
not
mean?
go with the books?
I haven't read the books, bro.
Yeah.
I'm from the Middle East.
Wait,
I
Game of
don't
Thrones?
read books, yeah.
It comes from books?
It books, yeah. But
Yeah.
so Game of Thrones, like you can never predict anything. You just you learn after about like, I don't know, 6 episodes or something. You're like, I can't predict who's gonna win that fight, because this guy that seems like the hero might get his head cut off,
All right.
and you just have to sit there always like, oh shit, what's gonna happen? Which is what makes it really cool.
That's cool.
Yeah,
So I should go back to. I saw up to like where there was like this naked blonde chick.
there's a
Oh,
lot
man.
of naked blonde chicks.
No,
in that
he's
show.
talking about the main naked
Yes,
blonde chick.
yes.
The
Oh, you talking
main-
about
Yeah.
Daenerys?
Me naked blood chick.
Daenerys Targaryen.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
yeah.
She
What?
was really naked.
She was very naked.
Oh,
That
Well, she-
alone would draw you in. A lot of naked in there, a lot of sex.
there's dude. It's just it's
Now I'm
very.
thinking- I'm coming around.
Midgets is having sex.
That what,
Midgets is having sex.
What's that to do with me?
I don't know.
Damn, bro, I know I'm short, but fuck.
It's very uncensored. It's very uncensored. It's very, the sex is in your face, the killing is in your face, everything is in your face. It's very much, it's the most adult show that's ever been made. It's
Do
ridiculous.
y'all remember True Blood? Did you guys ever watch that?
No.
I remember when it was out, but I never saw it. Yeah.
Yeah, I should. They stopped. They don't do it no more, but it was really good. I should get
The
it.
last
Oh, yeah?
series I saw was Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad was good.
It was good.
Not my favorite show ever.
I did, and the ending kind of just like okay, but yeah.
I don't know if I would even put it in my top 5.
Mm.
It's in my top 5.
It is in your
Yeah, I
top 5.
saw Sons of Anarchy.
Sons of Anarchy's in
That's
my top 5. Yeah,
too.
for sure. I watched that in a week.
Dude, I really liked it and I was into it. But it kept dragging a little bit. I just couldn't get to the end.
What?
It got
Yeah.
a little bit dumb after, I don't know, like 4 seasons maybe. It's like, you guys can't be that smart and that stupid at the same time.
Yeah.
right?
Like, this is gonna be the dumbest biker gang ever, dude.
Well, they come up with these incredible plots
Yeah.
to accomplish whatever they're trying to accomplish, but then they do the stupidest thing, and you're like, you can't, like, how did you know?
Yeah.
Another show I liked that I watched a couple of months ago is Animal Kingdom.
Yes.
Animal Kingdom was great. It's not, there's no animals in it. It's this criminal family. It's about this criminal family, and this mother is like, she's like the godfather. She's like the godmother.
Yeah.
She's
I love that.
she's
show.
vicious.
Have you seen the Mayans, guys? Have you watched that? I know
No.
that Vince Vargas is in that. He was here for a while.
I want to get into that. That show been out for a while
Yeah,
too, right?
Yeah. It's like there's some cartel connection things that I think that is kind of far fetched, but it's entertaining, and it's a guy that was, a local guy here for a while.
What do you mean, local guy? He's from El Paso.
He's not from El Paso, but he was a border patrol agent here for a while. Vince Vargas.
Oh,
He's a vet.
That's the main character.
No, he's just one of the bikers on the.
We got to bring him on the show.
Okay.
Yeah.
He still lives in El Paso.
No, he moved to Utah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Utah.
Because he owns part of Black Rifle Coffee with Matt
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, we definitely got to bring him on the show.
Rocco. They call him Rocco.
So I've seen him then. I just didn't know that was his name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
You got a phone number?
I'm friends with him on Facebook, and I keep in contact.
We'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it
Yeah.
later.
He's a good dude. He's a real good dude.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. What else? What other shows are top 5? Okay, Prison Break.
Oh,
at least the first 2 seasons. At least the first.
Nice.
I just don't understand why that guy whispered for the whole show.
Which guy?
The main guy, Michael.
Oh, yeah, he was
He whispered for the whole show. I don't understand why. I can't figure it out.
I have one that's kind of off, maybe. So I like Last Kingdom.
I don't know if I've seen that.
Dude, I've barely seen anything.
Oh yeah, it was good.
Last Kingdom.
My favorite
is that
shows
recent? That just came out.
Kind of in the last couple of years.
Mm.
Yeah, it's about like this guy. He's an English lord, and he gets kidnapped by Vikings. Not kidnapped, basically kill him, and then he gets taken in and becomes a slave of the Vikings. And then they take him in as a son. And then as he grows up, the guy who took him in as his father gets killed, and so he goes back to the English to like fight to get the Vikings out of England. It's a really cool show.
Have you ever heard of the story of the Berserks from Vikings?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What's it about?
So the Berserks were like this, I guess you could call like the special forces of the Vikings, and they would use them to like take over villages and stuff like that. But what they would do is that they would have them, I think, tied up or caged up, and they would just be giving them mushrooms for days, weeks, and being all like amped up on mushrooms.
But mushrooms don't amp you up.
I know what you mean, but I don't know what it takes for how much mushrooms they would give.
Maybe there's a different kind, like marijuana. Like they have the one that they have the chill one, and they have
too. So they mix their mushrooms in with their alcohol.
And I think they would like be talking to them and like telling them stuff for a while, and they'd be like tripping for a while. So then they would let them loose on these villages. That's how they take over villages. All these people would be all
you couldn't be a berserk until you had a bear fur.
A what?
So you had to, that's because berserk, part of that word it actually means bear.
Okay.
And so you'd have to have like a bear headpiece. So you'd have to kill a bear.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yes.
Yeah.
How did
because they have that. They also have what's called the Ufiednar, which is like the wolf thing. So the guys that would worship wolves, and the same thing, you couldn't wear it till you had the wolf head on your.
I can see a human killing a wolf.
awesome.
I cannot see a human killing a bear.
They probably had like bow and arrows and shit.
You're gonna kill a bear with a bow and arrow?
I could. I don't know about you.
That's it,
sideways. You got to do it sideways.
Is it a curve bow or is it the what's the other bow you guys are talking about? I was like totally lost.
Compound bow. There was no compound bows back then.
Bro, I was
no compound.
sophisticated.
But you know those
Viking.
Indians, man, back in the day, bro, they could shoot bows off of horseback.
Dude,
like
that's what I was tripping out on this movie.
Amazing.
That's crazy. These guys were
Like
shit off the
120
horseback.
pound bows, like they were strong ass dudes.
And then they'd
the
shoot
amount of
it and then
strength-
jump off the horse. And then
Well,
like, finish the
and they
freaking
would do
animal
this
off.
thing where they would hold like 4 arrows in their fingers and they just go. They could like rapid fire with their bow. So if you have a musket,
they
if you have a musket
they
against
later
an
made that
Indian,
illegal in the Indians. They couldn't have like a fully automatic bow.
oh, after they elected Biden,
Yeah.
Biden's gonna ban fully automatic
Fully
bows.
automatic bows.
They're like, hey, you got.
What do you need one
hey.
for? What do you need fully automatic?
Yeah,
for?
what do you need fully automatic bows for, bro?
Oh, all right, guys, fight's about to
Here we
start.
go.
We go.
Oh my goodness, this
What's
is
up with
gonna
his
be.
hair?
He forgot to do it, bro.
Steep.
I got the same thing. If I don't comb my hair, dude, that's what that shit looks like. I gotta, yeah.
Oh man,
God, Ngannou's huge.
dude, Ngannou's just a
Holy
mon-
crap.
He's,
he's
fall
only
out the cage.
he's only been training for like 6 years.
Oh, that's right.
That's insane.
What would he do before?
He was working in sand mines in Cameroon.
Holy crap.
Yeah. Did y'all hear him talk about how he made the trip from Cameroon to Paris?
No.
Dude, he went on the Joe Rogan show and he talked about it. You won't believe that this is actually still happening currently. There are people trying to make that escape, that journey. And you just can't believe the way he's talking about it. All that goes on in that trip. You're like, how is this real?
What did he do?
You can't even believe it. I don't remember all the details. The one
Right.
part that I really remember is like there's 30 people jam-packed in the back of a Toyota Tacoma or some small truck.
Right.
And they're holding on to a metal railing. And these guys are driving across the desert at 100 miles an hour. And basically, if at any time you lose your grip, you go flying out of the truck.
And they're not.
And that's
stopping.
it. They're not coming back for you. And he had to try like 5 times or 5 or 6 times
Sounds about
to
right.
actually, because I don't remember all the details, but he would somehow get picked up by police and get sent back to Cameroon, and then he'd go again, get picked up by police and back to Cameroon. So he had to try to make that journey a bunch of times
Oh.
until he finally succeeded.
You hear the same story with like when I was in the border patrol with like
Right.
the Hondurans
That's what I'm
Oh.
coming through on the trains and they get robbed at every stop.
saying. Yeah.
Oh,
They're like
geez.
by the time they're just like, dude, just send me home. Like, I
God,
don't know.
man, how
It's rough,
shitty
dude.
your
It's
life
rough.
has got to be for you to be like,
Yeah,
I got to make this journey, or I mean, if I
Yeah.
die, fuck it, life sucks. I got to
Yeah.
try to
and
make this journey.
then getting stopped, kidnapped, and then held for ransom before they can go to the next.
Jeez, dude.
It's
Not me, bro. I got my green card, and then I came here by
smuggling organization.
I came here by plane.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I was one of the lucky ones.
How old were you when you came?
About 14. It took 13 years for my family to get green cards. And I think that's a little bit ridiculous. Like I'm all for, like, I'm in support of people coming into the United States, immigrating here legally. But to wait 13 years is a long freaking time, dude. There's got to be, but I mean, everybody all over the world is filing those applications to come here. And
I
it's
don't
like,
know why. Why not?
because it's
aren't there,
because it's the greatest country on earth.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Dude, when like
Yeah.
I look at other countries, I'm like, yep, we're better than them.
Yeah.
We're better than everybody.
Norway?
Oh, fuck Norway. Don't they tax you at 90% after you make like $70,000?
Really?
Yeah.
Man,
they're fucked up.
90%.
Ooh, no way.
90%.
Yeah.
I heard Canada and the UK is pretty good. That's
Oh,
another-
here we go.
There we
Sorry.
go.
Sorry, man.
I'm like, what
I
happened?
cut
I
you
already
off.
missed it.
Right?
No, Canada is also very socialist, dude. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, feeling each other out.
He looks relaxed.
They both look
Yeah.
very relaxed.
It's good.
They both look, dude.
Ngannou's not tricking anybody. He's about to come.
He's
and,
about to
throw
explode.
100
There you
bombs
go.
in a
Kick.
row.
Leg kick from Ngannou. Yeah, he's just gonna try to make Stipe think like, oh, we're gonna feel each other out, and then
I have a feeling they're gonna be a big surprise.
this is so tense.
It really is. Heavyweights are always tense like this, man.
I think we're more tense than them.
Yeah.
I think Stipe gets
Ooh.
strength from his hair.
I-
He's like
Dude, what's
Samson.
up with his hair today?
It's distracting. It's probably like to draw attention. Like when he's bouncing and his hair is bouncing, Stipe is Ngannou's gonna look up, and then he's gonna shoot.
Look up.
He's gonna distract him with his
I
hair.
really-
Oy.
oh, dude, he almost fell from that.
Yeah.
Ngannou, what are you doing, bro?
Yeah.
Hey, he's still warming up, man. Take it easy.
Ngannou doesn't warm up. He's
goes.
he's
He
like
just
he's like a
waits.
Hemi engine. He just comes out.
Oh!
Ooh,
Double
Yeah.
jab
Look,
and a
everybody
right
was ready
hand
to
from
stop
Ngannou.
it. Everybody was all ready to jump in.
I mean, with a guy like that, if I
Yeah.
was fighting a guy like Ngannou, I'd want Herb Dean in there.
Yeah, I'd be
I'd
like,
want-
Herb Dean, as soon as I hit the ground, please.
I'd want Herb Dean and Big John in there.
He's
together.
taking inside kicks, which is good.
I would want that guy to hit me one more time than absolutely necessary.
There
Oh,
we go.
Stipe
Stipe goes for the
wrestling.
single.
You don't ever go guillotine.
Stipe goes for the single. Let's see if he gets it.
Stuff it.
He did. He
Whoa!
did stuffed it.
There we
Ngannou
go. Oh, take
sprawls.
the back. Uh-oh.
Wow.
Do it. Take him down.
Oh, he did.
Oh!
It's over.
Oh!
He's got to finish it.
Oh, shut me up.
He's got to finish it. Ngannou sprawled,
Come on,
turn
Ngannou.
around,
Take
took
it
his
out. Take it
back.
out. Take it out. Take it out. Take it
Come on,
out.
Ngannou, get away from
Ngannou's
him.
wrestling.
Relax.
Oh, he's tired. He's tired now.
Yeah, it's like, woo.
Now he blew his mark.
I don't know if Ngannou going for that takedown was a good idea. He could have just pushed off and
Yeah.
threw some bombs.
Yeah,
No,
he's-
but he landed some good
he
shots.
did land some really great
But
shots.
Stipe is also expecting this to happen in the first round. Like
Yeah.
You're not
Ngannou's just so
expecting
much
to get hit
stronger.
bad.
Bro, just look at Ngannou. Look, the size of Ngannou's arm is literally
Oh!
twice as thick as Stipe.
I even think that hit his shoulder and it still turned him.
Yeah.
if he, for sure,
It turned him like if it hit him in the face.
Stipe is like, fuck. Even if I win this
He doesn't
fight,
seem like he's getting his.
I want to
his rhythm.
retire.
Yeah.
He's waiting for a takedown. That's what he's waiting for him to strike.
Yeah.
Honestly, bro, if I was Stipe and I won
Stipe.
this fight, I'm like, you know what? I'm good. I'm not doing this shit again.
Yeah, at least not against
This
this.
is
guy.
such. It's smart for Ngannou not to push. Get his rest.
Right.
Yeah, he might
He's
have won
back.
this round
He's
already.
fighting very smart.
He
Yeah,
is.
he very well, I think, has won this round already. I mean, 2
Yeah.
minutes are left, so a lot can still happen. but
Please don't get gassed out.
so
man.
far,
Yeah,
for
I know.
sure.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. Just
Please.
please let your heart pump freaking blood to your muscles.
Ooh,
I mean,
ooh.
he's the only one that's landed big shots. He defended the takedown. He got the
Yeah.
back. He landed some bombs. He's done a lot. Stipe has really just
But
He's only been
remember,
looking for that the leg kick, the inside leg.
remember what I
He's
said
missing
though.
it.
The longer the fight goes, it's gonna work in Stipe's favor.
been absolutely, and
Look at
that's and
Yeah.
Stipe knows that, and that's why Stipe is just trying to stay calm and drag it out. I think if he can keep it together until the third round and stay fresh enough to fight in the third round, he
Yeah.
can turn it around, because you know how it is, man.
He's
could be-
durable. He
you
is
could
durable.
you could be brutally strong in the first round, the second round, but even the strongest guys, once their muscles fill up with blood and
Yeah.
lactic acid, they get weak.
Yeah.
They
The
do.
hardest thing I think with fighting is learning how to wrestle and then be able to punch a guy again.
Oh, dude,
Right?
It's
it's
the worst
brutal.
feeling. It's the worst feeling.
different
If you're
gear.
like, oh my God, the blood. It feels like that dream where you can't run fast enough.
Yeah.
You're throwing like these like slow ass punches.
Well, like when I squeeze a Darce choke for a while and my forearms
Yeah.
blow up and I feel like I just lost my grip, and I'm like, and then the guy gets out and gets mount or
Yeah.
something. I'm like, damn. I'm
yeah.
like,
It's the worst.
now I got to like push off with my elbows because I can't use my hands for like 30 seconds. I used to rock climb a
If
lot.
I was
to help
corner,
with
I
that.
would have told him
Wait,
it's 20
really?
seconds. Take it easy.
I would rock climb because the endurance for the fingers
Right.
and the forearm
But
was
you would
was
actually
incredible.
rock climb?
The artificial rock climb.
Right.
Like, when this is years ago when I was still at UTEP, like
At the gym at UTEP?
2010 to
That was a
2014.
good- That gym's good.
They've
man.
got a 40-foot rock wall,
Oh,
and I
really?
used to be on that thing once a week. I had a just an hour of just climbing that thing.
Do you mess your fingers up rock climbing like you do
Nah.
jiu-jitsu? No?
I don't mess my fingers up in jujitsu because I don't do a lot of gi, and
Yeah.
I'm not stubborn with
You
it.
can
Like,
still mess him up in no-gi, though.
you could, but I mean, not like the gi.
No,
Not
but
not
you
when you're
won't-
holding on to a gi and
They
people are
do
ripping
get,
it.
like that feeling, like in the
Okay,
gi,
yeah.
that same feeling of the
Sure.
gi, of like you're like
Yeah, yeah.
afterwards, where
Mhm.
it's like they do get that way. But the strength for rock climbing, man, whew.
It's great.
It helps so.
It's really good. Yeah, for sure. It's
Yeah.
really good. I want to have. I want to branch
old to
out
get
my
good at
training more. I want to do
Sport
like
stuff.
I want to do like once a week. I want to do a swimming workout, and then once a week I want to do a rock climbing workout.
Do
I
you know
wanna
how to
do-
swim?
No, I'm terrible at it, dude. But that's why I love it, because I get such great cardio. Because like even just going down the pool one time, I'm gasping
You
for
swim
air.
with your head above the water, don't you?
No, I try to do the thing where
Yeah.
like I turn and
Ooh.
breathe, but my technique sucks. So I do so much work to
Here we
go
go.
a very short distance.
Yeah, you gotta
That it
coordinate your
exhausts
breathing
me.
and everything.
Yeah.
France is looking
For
tired.
sure.
You gotta take
Mouth
lessons.
open.
Well, I started practicing and then
just
and then
kickboard.
everything shut down, and I haven't
Try
been
to
in the
just get a
pool in over a
kickboard and
year.
do the kicking. Ooh,
Right.
flutter kicks the whole way around, dude.
Round
Yeah.
2. I got to tell you, bro, I'm
Even with
liking
fins?
how Stipe is looking,
Even
man.
if- especially with
fins will get your legs strong. But the breathing, like when you start using the pool and you learn how to breathe right,
coordinate.
your cardio for jiu-jitsu goes up because you just
Yeah.
control your breathing so
I would
well.
do 5-minute rounds of swimming
Yeah.
when out for my caps,
Yeah. that's
Oh,
good.
really?
and then I would do 50-meter sprints.
I used to like to when I had access. This was also when I was at UTEP
Oh,
at the pool over
Did you
there.
see
I
that
could do
hook?
this. Yeah, that was
that's a
beautiful.
really nice lead hook.
Ngannou's starting to look more.
Oh!
I didn't even finish my sentence, and he bombed Stipe.
Don't,
Let's-
oh,
Stipe down?
oh, it's over.
no!
It's
Stipe
over.
died.
Oh,
Jesus!
the new champ.
Hey,
Hey,
man.
you said Stipe, bro.
You did say
No, I said what I want to win. No,
Ah!
I said think Stipe will win, but I want Francis to win.
yeah.
Jesus
He made the readjustments, man.
This
He stayed
guy's got
calm.
some power, bro.
Wow.
My
Oh.
God.
Bro, we got 3 African champions right now:
Yeah.
heavyweight, welterweight, and middleweight.
Where you
Oh, yeah.
from?
Well, me, Jamaica, Caribbean.
So why are you all happy about the Africans?
This is
No, I'm just pointing out facts. I'm pointing out facts.
But you
Yeah.
said we. You said we
As
got.
in- as in
a
we as in the
UFC
fans.
fan.
We as in
Yeah,
UFC
of
the world.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because, yeah, that's right. 85.
Dude, you knocked him out with a jab.
Stylebender.
Israel.
Is
No, that
UFC,
wasn't the
yeah.
one that knocked him out. This is the one that knocked him out right here. Watch.
He gets up.
And then
Oh
no,
my
watch. And then
God.
Stipe connected him right here. Look at.
Oh, whoa.
And
He's
then-
like, okay,
Yeah,
back
yeah.
And
down.
then bang.
Bump.
Ooh.
Great
Broke
counter.
his ankle.
Oh.
Yeah.
Great counter right from Stipe, but it just wasn't enough. And then
No, it didn't do anything. Look at Ngannou's
he
face.
stunned him for
Look
a
at
quick
his
Yeah, he
face.
second.
stunned him for a
Right
second. He had
there,
to back up and get composed
Yeah.
himself.
Look at that. He stunned him
composed
for
himself.
Dang.
and then left hook.
Check hook.
Lead left hook. Beautiful. Jesus. Dude, his boxing looked clean
It did.
today. He used to throw haymakers
Yeah.
before.
And like hammer and weird all kinds of
Shit.
stuff.
Yeah.
You know how
Now,
scary
like,
that looks.
Yeah,
Dude.
that's scary.
I gotta
Stipe's
say,
not a
man,
small man, dude.
John Jones might get another DWI just to not, just to
Oh
not,
yeah, you're right.
Still
Jones
avoid
got to
that
fight
fight.
Francis
just
now.
to get kicked out of the UFC.
You're right.
Yeah.
Jones got to fight Francis now.
No, they're not gonna give him a title fight right
Nah.
away.
Yeah, Jones
away?
is next. Yeah, Jones is next.
Ooh.
Yeah, Jones is next.
He's gonna straight just fight the
Yes,
champion
Yes. Why
Really?
wouldn't he?
because he
He should
hasn't
not.
fought
He needs to
anybody at
fight.
heavyweight.
Yeah,
I figured that he'd get a
he's gonna
tune-up
get
fight.
that ring- He needs to get that ring rust
Did
off, dude.
GSP get a tune-up fight when he went straight to middleweight belt?
No, but
Did Conor McGregor get a tune-up fight?
no, you're right. You're
Yeah,
right.
you called it.
And-
Yeah, all right.
You're right, you're right.
Facts.
Dude,
You
I
have a
I mean,
case. You have a
I would
case.
love to see it,
Dude,
man.
I just keep going towards it.
I would love to see it.
Hey, all right. Come on,
I-
all right.
We got it.
I will
Yeah.
say, as impressive as Ngannou looked right now, I don't think he could finish Jones.
I
Not
mean,
like
I
that.
don't think Jones has so much more cage experience, and he's so clever on the feet.
Can I say this though
He
about
kept
Jones?
going.
The last 2 fights, he looked less dynamic. I felt like he was trying to shoehorn the same thing into the position where usually he's in the zone and you see it where he's just doing all kinds of dynamic stuff. And the last couple of fights, I don't see it as much from him. Like it's a desperation of trying to like force his athleticism. That's been my opinion from what I've seen, you know?
He,
I remember
he looked
when I
less
saw-
lethal.
Yes. Yeah.
I remember when I saw him fight. Was it over St. Preux or something like
St.
that?
Pro. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Mhm.
guy. He was gonna fight Daniel Cormier for some reason it fell through.
Yeah. St.
And
Pro
then he
took it.
fought that guy over St. Preux,
Yeah.
and he looked like shit. Bro.
Yeah.
If,
St. Preux,
Daniel
exactly.
Cormier would have fought that fight,
He lost that
would've
fight.
beat him.
Exactly. The St. Pro fight, he looked terrible. And the one Brazilian dude who has the Thor's hammer
Yeah.
tattoo on his chest.
Yeah.
Santos?
Yeah, if that guy didn't blow out his knee, I
Yeah.
think he would.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
Thiago Santos, right?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
I get the names mixed up. I don't know. Yeah, but I know who you're talking about. He had an ACL tear like in the second round or
Yes.
something.
Yeah,
Yes.
Santos.
Yeah, and he still put a beating on
Yeah.
Jones because that he won a split decision on that one.
Yeah,
Or
it was a bear. It was
he's had
barely
a
win.
couple of split
Yeah.
decisions that were that's
Questionable.
that's where people say that Khabib has always been dominant, whereas John Jones has had some
But
close decisions.
oh man, but you got to think, dude, you can't be the same after a fight like he had with who was the kid from Sweden that he fought?
Gustafsson.
I
Come
think
on, man.
Gustafsson beat him the first time.
I think so too.
You know what, man? I went back and watched it because I wasn't convinced about the first one either, but
What
I
did you
went back
think?
and watched it, and it's really close, dude.
Yeah,
Really
That's a
close.
really good thing is going back and watching fights because your perception really is biased by your hopes of who's going to
For
win.
sure. And just the excitement of
Wow.
like the whole thing.
That's big. This is big.
Jeez, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy's such a monster.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah, I'm
Dude, he's
super
been
happy
fighting
him.
for like 6 years.
Yeah.
He was working in a mine 6 years ago. And then he didn't even know what MMA was 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Like he talked about it. He's like, oh, I wanted to box. He went to Paris. He's like, I want to box.
Right.
And then they're like, well, don't you want to do mixed martial arts? He's like, are these guys going to be doing some kung fu shit? He didn't even know what mixed martial arts was 6 years ago.
Doesn't Cameroon have like their own wrestling style too? That's a lot like MMA.
I don't know.
Oh, that's the ones that are
Yeah,
that
like
are
the
in,
African
like, in the
fighting.
dirt, right?
Yeah.
No, those
I've
are
seen
that's in
those.
Brazil. I've seen
No,
it.
no, it's in
not
Africa.
Brazil.
Really?
it's
Is that
Africa.
where I saw a video of Anderson
Yeah.
Silva years ago wrestling with guys in the sand?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Some tribe, like they were, and he was like, dude, these guys are so strong. Years ago when Silva was champion, I used to watch every YouTube video that had Anderson Silva in the
Yeah.
name. I used to watch it. I got Anderson Silva action figure right there.
I see it.
I'm a huge Anderson Silva fan. to
Yeah,
this
he's
day.
awesome.
Damn, they
Yeah.
yoked him up right there. Look at how Anderson Silva looks in that.
Yeah, they gave him TRT. That's like
Dude.
Vitor Silva right there. That's like that action figure is great. Damn, bro.
Look at the shoulders.
Well,
on
look,
him
man.
right here, bro.
Jones versus Ngannou. We're going to be watching it on the podcast.
Let's do it.
I'm not missing that one.
Dude, this is a horrible Anderson Silva figure. Look at this, bro. He looks like Yoel Romero.
Show it to the camera.
Right.
Looks like Yoel Romero.
He looks pretty jacked. Well, you got to make an action figure. You got to make it.
Gotta exaggerate.
Yeah,
right?
you got to. You got to put a filter on it. That's a Snapchat filter.
Right.
You put on the thing, dude. You know what I was still thinking about when you came on the podcast the first time?
Yeah.
And you said that you had this recurring dream, and I had been having the same fucking recurring dream where we're in a situation where we had to draw our firearm to defend ourselves,
Yes.
but the trigger was so heavy we couldn't squeeze the trigger.
Yes.
Dude, we've had the same recurring dream.
Yeah.
Wait, he had that dream?
Bro,
Now
so
you're
the
having that
first
dream?
time Jesse came on the podcast, I don't know, I don't know how we got into the topic, but he just goes, yeah, I've been having this dream where like I'm trying to defend myself with my firearm, but I can't squeeze the trigger. It's so heavy and I'm
Yeah.
trying to squeeze it and I can't squeeze it. I was like, and it blew my mind. I was like, I've been having that same dream for like 2 years.
Crazy. Yeah. I remember my dream too. It was so hard that I had to use the other finger.
Yes!
And I'm like, there's no accuracy. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm
Yes!
just going to hope I survive. Yeah.
Dude,
And like, is it always
We
like
went
the
into
same
the-
situation?
we went into the multiverse,
We did.
right?
Yeah.
Wait, but is it okay for you? Is it always the same situation against that same person? Or
No,
same group of people at
no,
the same
it's
spot?
just
It's just the same thing happening at
no,
different
the
situations.
threat is different, but the way it plays out is the same. And I always wake up at that part where like
Okay.
I'm just
About to
slowly squeezing that trigger, slowly, like struggling to squeeze it. And then and then that's usually when I'm like, fuck,
You wake
like,
up.
why?
What I've had,
But that's so crazy.
Yeah.
it's crazy. I've had a dream-
Maybe we're both just as fucked up.
I think so. Yeah.
I've had
Whatever it is.
I've had
Whatever
a similar dream.
psychological connection
Have
that
you guys
is.
had that dream where you
Right.
fight someone and then you're like,
You're in slow motion?
no, like, and you like hit them, boom, and then you like take them down or something, you're on top of them hitting them and nothing is happening to them. And you're just like, boom, and they're just like still fighting back. You're like,
I haven't had that.
It's probably in the same category.
That's what I'm
'cause
saying.
like,
It's the same thing. Like
Yeah.
instead of like you can't pull a trigger here, I'm hitting them with
Yeah.
everything I
Right.
got, and nothing happens.
Exactly. Like
Same
when I
thing,
was in
same
high
thing,
school,
yeah.
I'm having the dream I'm running from the cops, but I can't run fast enough. Like,
Mm.
no.
Like a movie, like
Yes.
slipping, the car doesn't turn
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, well, the one common denominator here is we're all martial artists and we're all having pretty much the same dream.
Mhm.
I want someone to break that down. I want to Dude,
You'd
that's
be a good guy.
I gotta
who I
talk
call
to
all the
like
time?
a-
Paul
like-
Schroeder.
Oh,
He's really good
yes.
about dreams, dude.
Dude, you need to have Paul on the podcast.
Paul's
Bring
awesome.
him.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm down to be on that podcast with him.
all right. Bring him,
same dude.
bro. You're
Yeah.
on the podcast so much. I feel like I got to start paying you.
Like I'm ready. I already got numbers down.
Like in April,
so when I come up, views go up this much, Jimmy. So I deserve a percentage of.
in April, Quito's gonna be on. I think every weekend, starting like the 10th, the 17th, the 24th.
Okay.
I'm bringing some good people.
Bringing us, you're
Yeah.
bringing us some good people for sure.
Nice.
I'm down, man. Yeah, that's
Is
gonna
it
be
a
cool.
secret?
Huh? No. One of his students, Juan Gandara, and then local boxer Abel Mendoza. He's 27-0.
Okay,
We're doing an episode with him. I think
Cool.
he's fighting in a couple of weeks.
that's awesome.
And
And DJ Castro.
DJ
Wait,
Castro.
how did you guys say? I just kind of heard it in passing. Andre Galval was in El Paso.
I think he was here today. I think he was doing
Today?
a seminar
I
He
today.
didn't
gave a
know.
seminar at Zen.
Yeah, the whole thing was kept pretty hush hush for some weird reason. I'm like, if you think you bring down a guy like that to do a seminar, you'd want the audience as big as possible. But for some reason, they wanted to keep it on the down low. I heard
It
through
was
the
supposed to
grapevine.
happen last weekend,
Okay.
and they told me like 2 days before.
Yeah, I'm kind of.
And I was like,
Like,
"What?
damn.
All right, yeah, hell yeah, I'm down." Like,
Yeah.
why did you guys? Oh, it's because we wanted it only like a small group, and like, all right, cool, thanks. And then it got canceled, and I'm like, and then now it's this weekend, and then they started posting it for everyone now, and I'm like, all right,
It's too late. I gotta make adjustments. I gotta get class.
me
coverage.
Oh, for sure,
Me
for
too. I have
sure,
to
yeah.
work as a dentist.
Yeah.
Let's pack it up, guys.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to turn this off. We can continue the conversation, but I feel like we're just going to all kinds of places now. So I'm gonna end the stream, and then we can continue talking about whatever afterwards. Thanks everybody for coming in. This was fun.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah,
Thank
of
you.
course.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. That's it. The next podcast is scheduled for, I don't know when. I got to check. I'll let, whenever I go live, that's when the next podcast is. Later, everybody.